We have dubbed it Otro Sunnydale. Some have called it Sunnydale in the Cavern. Some have called it Sunnydale Upside Down. Some have called it Rock Quarry Sunnydale. As far as it stands, there are on two handfuls people that know about this place, and that now includes Fiona's Scoobies. Because I don't know what else to call you all. And we last left off. Yes, we last left off with you looking down at this city. A city that was supposedly destroyed by a gas leak. Of course, Fiona knows it wasn't a gas leak, but that's what they say, because it's always a gas leak or a gang on PCP. It's always that. It's never what it really is. But, Simon, you smell meat. That's what caused you to go through the wall. Bethany, you know something evil lives here because they stopped you from doing the thing that you were meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, you know someone's putting some curses on you, and they're taking away something you love dearly.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
You're not about it. And Piper, give me a willpower roll with wisdom.
Say wisdom?
What did I say? I said wisdom, but I don't know if that's what I actually meant. I wanted to be very impressive, and now it feels less impressive. Where's my thingy?
I can cut this out. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I can make sure it's still impressive.
I appreciate that. Right? I'm not.
Maybe?
Oh, that's what it was. It's willpower and yeah, give me willpower and occultism. Yeah, we'll do that.
17.
Ooh. The baseball bat you held in your hand reminded you of Aaron. Shimmers for a moment. It turns into a breaker bar and then back into a bat. And suddenly you get the sense that somebody is poking around in the magic part of your brain. And some of the things you know to be true might not be as true as you believe them to be. Whatever it is, it's here, because it takes a lot of magic very close to do something like that. So as you look down over the city, I want each of you to decide what you want to do, where you want to go. The most light you see is a flickering light coming from the school, Sunnydale High School, might I point out. But this is Sunnydale. Start with Fiona, who probably knows the most about Sunnydale in some ways, at least from a Slayer point of view. Where would you want to go in Sunnydale?
Fiona would absolutely want to go to Buffy's house to see if it's still there, to see if she left anything behind. So I would want to go there.
Okay. Jason, Sunnydale has a fantastic occult library, both at the school and probably other places if there was one at the school.
I mean, I definitely want that occult library. I wonder if they brought it with them and Ocho Sunnydale.
Sunnydale the Ocho.
Yeah, if the school's the one I know of, the only other one I could think of that he would potentially know about or have heard about would be the magic shop.
That's fair. Anya was very good at setting things up before she passed on, as it were. Or at least stopped posting. You don't know that she passed on. If she did. It's not clear.
Something.
Something, something. Simon, you smell meat, to be very clear. You still smell the meat. And there is like this little weird winding stone pathway cut into the side of the thing. So you could easily just run down and go in the direction of the food smell. It smells delicious.
Yeah, I've smelled that, quote, delicious smell before. And it unnerved me. And it's still unnerving me now because there shouldn't be meat in a stone city.
Unless you're in the Flintstones.
Am I in the Flintstones?
No, you're not in the Flintstones. It's not that kind of game. I will say, because this is kind of the best way to do it, the meat smell is coming. You can kind of follow it enough with your nose. I'm not going to make you roll for this. It kind of goes into a residential area. There's like 4 cemeteries in this rebuilt town, which is weird enough. It goes past one of the cemeteries into like a residential area. You can't tell well, but it's a whole bunch of houses. Bethany, this is Sunnydale. Maybe you've been here before. Maybe before you came into our power, you visited some of the locations here. Maybe if you were in Ocean Heights all your life, or for a period of time, maybe you came here for like a trip to UC Sunnydale, which is there, interestingly enough.
I'm still getting over the fact that my visions are not just metaphor, so that's a thing.
It's true.
But I remember the bronze. And I know my family would have known about the magic shop, which at the time I thought was the stupidest place to go because I didn't know about my family's history. I mean, I kind of
Also,
I didn't really care.
Also, it was literally just called the Magic Shop. Like, it didn't even have a cute magic themed name. You know?
Yeah, it was so generic. And that's not like the foreign food rules, generic name, hard to get to, really good food, no one speaks English. Those are the rules to good ethnic eating. That doesn't work with something like the magic shop, but the bronze.
Yeah.
I remember the bronze. That's kind of where I'm interested in a very vague sort of, wait, this is really dangerous. This is actually here sort of way.
And Piper, who's just watched Aaron's bat change and then change back in your hand, it shimmered, it's magic, you don't know what it is, but there it goes. You are being messed with. I don't know how that makes you feel, but Mayhew's also on the roof with the mariachi band waiting to rescue you after this is all over. I'm joking, but God, wouldn't that be amazing? Antonamero.
Just picturing lighting him on fire as he like rappels down with the mariachi band behind him.
Fabulous.
So violent.
I'm very violent. So you said the lights in the school flickered. Are they still on? Yep. Like, did they flicker and stay on, or did they flicker and go out?
They flickered and stayed on.
Okay. Piper wants to go to the school because that's where that's where bad things happened a lot of the time. I mean, it happened everywhere in Sunnydale, but like she feels like if Aaron and Carrie are here, that might be where they are. Maybe turning the lights on in the school is a sign that we need to go and check things out.
All right. And the quest remains, as you all think this through, and are all looking down at the city that should not exist. And if someone in the world says there's no magic, you could motion in a meme way and go, this! Just like that. You can talk to each other.
Okay.
You just literally run down the path and start going. No one's stopping you but you.
Okay. Does anybody else smell meat?
Do we? That's the question. I don't know if we would.
Give me perception intelligence rolls, because you can actually stack attributes. So this is intelligence perception for a reason.
Can we all roll that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got exactly 9. I had rolled a 4.
Great.
14.
14.
11.
Love it.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the hell my things are. All right. I'm sorry. Perception plus what?
Intelligence.
Okay.
I would like to point out that Simon is visibly starting to drool at this point.
Growth.
Oh, so attractive.
Which is the intention, if I may say. I wouldn't drool too much. You do have to go down a staircase, so if it's like wet, I may actually have to have you roll athletics, because it is a very steep staircase. So if you make it like too much of a water flume, then
No, it's not that bad.
hilarious.
16.
16. Great. Everyone succeeded. So, except for Bethany, you got the 9, correct?
I got the 9,
So-
but I also never smelled or nor tasted the meat. Or if I did,
Yeah,
I don't
but-
remember it.
Yeah, but you kind of know what barbecue smells like, unless your family is vegetarian. And even then,
No, I know.
Dad would not be 100%. No way. He's eating bugs.
yeah, so everyone but Simon, because you're being very affected by this, knows that it's the same meat smell from Sir Shake's, only because it has like a weird, sweet, cinnamony aftertaste to it. But for you, Simon, that's actually better. Like, yeah, it's like getting close to like Sloppy Joe time.
Oh yeah, and I am well aware that this is not a normal smell. There's no reason for me to be smelling meat down here.
It's
Like it
true.
smells like when we were in Sir Shake's.
Oh god, that smell.
When it comes to like sweetness and meat, all I can think of is like decomposing human flesh. So
I don't know why you would think of that in a location such as this. So, Simon,
That's
are
right.
you barreling down? Are you just gonna like throw yourself off the side? Are you barreling down the steps? Are you
Still in
following the
werewolf form?
center? Or do you want to?
Yeah, he's still in werewolf form.
Okay.
all right, puppy.
Hey, I am
Listen.
not a puppy.
So I understand, Piper, that you want to go to school, and I think we should absolutely go to school. Absolutely, no, 100%. Counterpoint, if I'm right, Buffy would have left all manner of weapons and information and all kinds of stuff in her house, probably in the basement, maybe, which could help us with whatever the hell is at the school. Just a thought.
Counterpoint, wouldn't that literally be the first place the bad guys would check for stuff like that?
Bad guys don't know. Also, if they're
Simon,
vamps, they can't go into her house. They can't go into the house.
Do
Without
these
any
houses
safety?
count? Because I don't know if these are properly inhabited by people to count for threshold margins.
Don't give John loopholes, okay?
Who the hell
Don't
is
worry.
John?
John has already thought about that very question. Actually,
I assume this was in character. Why are we talking about John? Who the fuck is John?
Yeah,
I know it's
people.
John.
I am powers that be. So much like Cordelia when they were powers that be.
Fine.
Your powers that be is named John or Parabon if you want like weird version of John.
Bethany
Anna
moves
John.
over
Yeah,
to
this
Simon
stabby-
and asks if
stabby
he can
version of John.
unwerewolf. Simon, do you
What was
have to
that,
stay a
Bethany?
werewolf?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have to stay a werewolf? Can you move back and forth between the forms?
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't change my sense of smell.
Well,
I
hold
am
on.
bigger, I'm stronger, and I'm tougher like this. And we're
Hold
about
on.
to go into a dangerous place.
I grab out of one of my pockets mint lip gloss. And I'm like, here, come here. And I'm going to rub mint lip gloss right under his nose. So it's nothing but mint.
I'm pretty sure he wants a sense of smell for like the thing. All right, okay.
Now you smell meat with mint. Now it smells like Lebanese lamb like kebabs. Like that.
Yeah, he's
made
gonna
it
like rub off
weird.
the mint. He's gonna rub off as much of the mint as he can.
Was that
it was a good idea, but
aluminum-based lip balm by any way? Did you
No.
just accidentally put like some metal underneath the werewolf's nose?
No. I only have the good
hilarious, stuff. Though. Oh, it's fancy. Fancy.
It's fancy.
I mean, if you're going to be overwhelmed by the scent of meat, you need something to counteract it, right?
Did he say he was overwhelmed? He just asked if we smelled the meat.
Yeah, can't see him drooling and wiping his mouth and like rubbing his face?
I have not met a ton of werewolves. For all I know, that's normal.
It is not.
I can go scope out the school and wait for you while you go do that because I'm not going to be any help.
Do that yourself, dude.
Okay, all right, hold on. First of all, we shouldn't split up. This is a dangerous place.
Have you never played D&D? You don't split the party.
No, I've never played D&D. Do I look like the kind of person who plays D&D?
You currently look like something that would be in D&D.
That is true.
Sure.
What?
By the way, Luke is like from far away in like a telescope out of character. Luke is like in a telescope somewhere, just like watching you all like talk and bicker and plan,
like
and
Rita Repulsa style.
Evil laugh, yeah. He's like evil laughing wherever he is in Otro Angel Grove or Otro Sunnydale, just like waiting for you to make a choice here.
Well, look, I think
Mother, they come.
It will be faster if you go get your weapons. I can scope out the school. We can meet outside the school and regroup. And I can tell you what's going on here. You can have the weapons. It will be quicker. I don't know. I just feel like we need to do this. We need to do it.
Well,
sooner.
If you actually like stay with your phone this time and not turn it off.
Well, also if you need more...
those were extenuating circumstances. Yes,
I feel like
phone on me.
But you know,
I feel like hold on.
Hold on. Yourself.
You have been acting weird since the baseball bat. You shouldn't go anywhere alone.
I'll go with her. I want to go to school anyways.
So what's the deal with the baseball bat?
Somebody's fucking with me. That's what the deal with the baseball bat is.
That doesn't answer a question at all.
This is Aaron's bat.
I can't give you victory drama point. Actually, I can't give you drama. I'm going to give you drama points for. So I'm going to give you drama points for the pink. So what? Somebody's messing with you. That doesn't. I'm going to give you 2 drama points for the pink of it all.
This is Aaron's bat. It's all of a sudden magical, and in my hands, it changed into something else, and then back to the bat. I don't know. It changed into like some weird metal, like I don't know. It was weird. It's some metal tool or something. Not something that Aaron would have.
See if it's actually what it actually is?
I'm sorry. What?
Do you want me to see what it actually is? I can do that.
Like if it's actually the weird metal thing, or it really is the bat, or something else.
Hold it out. It's not gonna destroy it, though, is it?
No, I'm just gonna touch it.
Okay.
It's psychometry. It's not like acid touch.
I'm just making sure.
So you have played D&D.
Simon, give me.
I feel like y'all have D&D nights at the O'Connell house.
Simon, give me dexterity plus acrobatics.
Oh no.
Dexterity plus acrobatics? Alright.
Yes.
We'll see if it takes my modified dexterity into account or not, because I'm going to use the character sheet to see how it works.
I think you should. It's always fun to try new things.
Oh, it apparently did take it.
Yeah. That's a good roll.
So I got a 13.
Great. So you can catch her in time. Bethany, as you go to touch this bat, it goes gold as like a protective shield around it. Somebody does not want you investigating this magic, and it like pushes you, and the only thing that keeps you going over the edge of that ledge is Simon's werewolf reflexes getting to you in time.
Wow, I didn't even touch it. I just reached out my hand and I got knocked back.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Somebody is fucking with us, and they almost hurt Bethany.
It's really romantic too. Like you're in like full prom hold right now. It's like full prom hold with a werewolf.
Hi.
He's gonna put her down. Yeah. Okay. So let's take into account here. You want to go to the school. He's gonna point at Piper. He's gonna point at Fee. You want to go to the Slayer's place.
Yes.
You want to go, and he's pointing at Bethany. You wanted to go where?
I didn't want to split the party, and I don't want Fee to go alone. So if you guys are going with Piper, I'll go with Fee.
Fine.
Okay. Then, if you're determined to go to different places, then I hate to say this, we should split up. I feel like I'm pulling a Fred, and that's the stupidest thing. Anyway, I'm a fighter.
Talking about
I think as long as one of us is in each group, we're probably okay.
Exactly. As long as the two of us are separate, we're fine. I am gonna not be a werewolf because I'm gonna stand out less if I'm a human.
Well, I don't think there are a lot of humans to worry about being concerned about a werewolf.
It's called the difference between 6 feet tall and being 8 feet tall.
It would be
The
fine.
missing students are here.
What?
Say what?
The missing students. Maybe they're here. Maybe this is where they are.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
We were looking for missing
Only
students.
one way to find out.
I was looking for missing students.
This is the first time anyone's mentioned missing students to me. Who's missing?
No, she mentioned that earlier.
I have a list.
That's what she has.
Literally. So if I may, Piper pulls out a list of literally there's like a Harry the Spy notebook of like students that have been missing.
No, there absolutely is. Hold on, let me pull
in like chronological order with like dislikes, likes, and like clubs they were in. Like there's
there's absolutely a list.
There's a whole Harry the Spy notebook going on here.
So enough information to start looking, disturbing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very disturbing. For a reason. Actually, it's more disturbing than even Piper knows.
Dun dun dun.
Because you missed it.
I missed what? I never looked at that file I got. Shit.
You missed it.
Damn it.
Oh.
Alright.
And now we're dying. Thanks.
Yeah,
you killed us.
At least we'll die together. It's fine.
You know what? If we're gonna die, at least let's die together.
And now let's split the party.
And by the way, you're dying together, and the only people that know you are here... Actually, I'm not even sure that's true. Bethany, did you tell your parents where you were going? Does anyone know that the 5 of you are currently in underground Otro Sunnydale alone?
No, God, no.
Wesley, Fiona?
I am close to my parents, but no, I did not.
I tell Wes? I would not have told Wes. He's not my watcher.
So let's go with... Literally nobody knows that the 5 of you are here, except for the people that are actively looking.
One person knows. One person knows, but he has no way to tell anybody how to find us.
Good times. I guess
Simon told his little brother that he's gonna go do some hero stuff, and that's about it.
But that doesn't mean he knows where you are.
He knows what part of vaguish part of town. But his little brother's also like.
I was gonna say, what's a 10-year-old gonna do?
yeah, exactly. His little brother's like 8, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna think he's dealing with the trauma of you going missing weirdly.
Yep.
People have been going missing in Ocean Heights. It does happen. Let's have some fun. Let's say we do split up the party.
All right.
I don't want to. I'm gonna go with saying I don't want to do this. I feel like it's a trap and it's dumb.
It's not a trap.
I happen to agree. I don't want us to split up the party, but I also see the merit in both people.
Yeah, we need weapons. We
They
need
would
weapons.
set Buffy, the other Slayer, right? That was
Yeah,
who she was?
Buffy.
They would set that as a trap. Absolutely.
But I have
No.
Slayer
Well-
senses, so I'll be okay. We'll be fine.
I brought wood and stabby things. Do you have any?
I brought wooden stabby things in my
Sorry.
backpack.
Did you
too.
just ask a vampire slayer if she has stakes?
Piper
I
opens
mean-
her bag, and there's like 4 or 5 steaks in her bag.
I'm spilling meat. I don't want to call them that, okay?
Like an advertisement
What,
for a
steaks?
Benihana ad goes like up somewhere in Sunnydale. The more you say steaks, like the more Benihana ads start appearing.
See?
Do you really think that I wouldn't have Mr. Pointy with me at all times?
Fair enough. I just want to make sure. I didn't see what the rest of you were packing.
You're not supposed to. That's the point.
So, 4 reasons. We're going to start at the school and then we'll come back to what's happening on Ravello Drive.
Okay.
4
Okay.
reasons. And those reasons will make sense. And then the fun will begin. So, 2 things are happening simultaneously. I have given a copy of the school floor plan to Isabitz, who is our tech, who is not the same as Piper. But I also have, and hopefully you're seeing this change for you, in the Roll20, I've moved your player things and myself to the Sunnydale High School. It's a little blurry, but it'll give you an idea. It'll show you that there are 4 entrances. 2, actually, it might be 5. No, it's. I'm gonna say it's 4 entrances because I can't tell if that's an entrance or not. But so there's 2 in the back near the parking lot in the back. There's 1 on the side, and then there's 1 in front. So there are 4 entrances and a skylight. I will have you
Looks
know
like there's
for
2
those.
side entrances.
One of those is going to be locked because I can't actually see it the way the Roll20 is formatted. So just one of those is going to be locked if you end up going to the one that I can't see. Which is fine.
I'm not even referring to the stairs. That looks like a set of stairs that goes up to another floor.
Oh yes, that I can see. It's the Roll20. I'm trying to get it so I can see yeah. All right. So I can say it's a little blurry, but this is how technology works. But I will note for the people that enjoy Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is the version 2 Sunnydale High School that was created after the ascension of the mayor. This is the one that Principal Robin Wood ran. But from the outside, it looks a lot more constructed than deconstructed, and you're pretty sure there's not a Hellmouth underneath it. I will let you know that over the library, you can't quite tell where it is, because that's how perception works. There is a fancy skylight. There's no way up to it that you can tell, but there is a fancy skylight. So, who all went to the school?
Piper,
Jason would have gone to the school.
Piper and Jason.
Simon's
gone
going
to
with
the
them.
school. And Simon is going with them. So you are standing in front of the school. Are you standing in the front of the school? Have you decided to go to the back? Are you trying a side door? Which direction would you like to go?
I have a question about that first. When the lights flickered, is it the lights are on in one specific room and stayed on, or all over the school? Just all of the lights are on?
It's funny that you should mention that, because you were pretty sure it was lights at the back, but when you get to the school, all the lights in the front go on too. It's funny you should ask that question, because it was just the back before, but now it's the whole school.
Awesome. Well, my original plan when thought I was going to come here by myself was I was just going to kind of like, I wasn't going to go in the school yet. I was just going to kind of get the lay of the land around the school. Is there anybody out there? Is there like anybody keeping watch? That sort of thing. Can I see anybody through the windows? That kind of thing, and then regroup with everybody. But since Simon and Jason are with me, I will ask. That was my plan. What would you guys like to do?
Checking the outsides first, probably not a bad plan. If only we could, maybe spot some of the people or not, and that both of those are problematic in different ways. But I don't know. I feel like if we're gonna sit here and wait for them to join us anyways before going inside, there was no point to splitting up in the first place. So we might as well go in, assuming we don't immediately see, 12 horrible demon bug monsters that want to eat us.
To be fair, she probably would have gone in.
All right.
Despite what she said.
Is there anything in particular you were here to look for besides just checking the place out?
I want to look for the missing. I want to see if the missing students are here. I want to see if this is where Aaron and Carrie are. I want to look for Aaron and Carrie.
So we can do this unless you're still talking. I'm excited about this. I'm trying to. You could do two things for me. Oh no, go ahead, Simon.
I was going to ask Jason. Is there any particular reason you wanted to be here?
I mean, the school's supposed to have a hell of an occult library, and I couldn't find anything, specifically about Mother in Mind, so I was hoping maybe they'd have something here.
So, looking for kids and the library. The library is the only designated spot. We can search for them on the way in, go to the library, and then take a different path out, hopefully without being spotted. Now, if we do get spotted, I don't care what either of the two of you want, we're running. Because without the Slayer here, I'm the only fighter, and I cannot defend both of you. Well, I'm the only dedicated fighter, I should say.
Sure.
And if you disagree with me on that, we're not going inside. We're going to go find the Slayer.
I mean, if I did disagree, now that you've said that, I would just lie and said I did agree. So it seems kind of pointless to say I agree, but I agree.
I can't promise that.
What?
If I see somebody that's in trouble, if I see somebody that I know, I can't guarantee I'm just not going to run in there and try to save them.
I mean, also, if the things are faster than me or Piper, you're going to have to defend us anyways, unless you were planning to just book and leave us behind, which, fair enough, I guess.
I can light people on fire. I'll be okay.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was on the table. You should gotta bring stuff like that up sooner.
I thought it was known.
How would I know that? Is that a thing that you've been doing at school?
No.
Well, once you did do it at school once, yes, that is accurate. Yeah.
Is this something? Did I miss show and tell one day? What the hell?
So,
cheerleading practice the one time.
Pyrotechnics. Go way out.
I am going to quote one of my favorite witches of all time, and then something is going to happen that may help you make your decision. The first thing is I'm going to quote Ursula the Sea Witch. Go ahead, make your choice. Which definitely sounds ominous when I say it for some reason. The second thing is, everyone hears this. Somebody told me by the Killers begins to play in the back of the school.
That's terrible.
And because there's not much other music or voices around, there's music at the school. Welcome to Sunnydale High players, or at least 3 players.
Yeah, I didn't think school dances could get more problematic.
I'm guessing maybe somebody knows we're here.
I mean, the lights flickered on when we walked up, so that was, It
was unsettling, because it went from no light to all the light. It was very unsettling, yes. There's no other way to put it.
Well, it seems like subtlety's out the window, not that we were doing a great job of it in the first place.
Okay, I guess we're going in.
Piper is still wearing the big, the Letterman jacket that's way too big for her, and she, pushes the sleeves up and just starts walking up the stairs to the school.
Cool. Which entrance? Please enlighten me. Fiona, somewhere your Slayer senses like something bad is happening. You don't know what it is, but everything seems bad. So it just is like a in the back of your head somewhere.
Overwhelming sense of dread.
Yes, I can't imagine why. So
And then I'm humming a song.
Friends are gonna die. It's fine.
It's fine.
We'll be fine.
fine.
Out of character, I have no particular preference on the door. If either of you guys do.
I mean, you may have a preference after you find out which door goes where. I mean, they all go to the school, obviously, but it's like let's make a deal. What's behind door number 1? Door number 2.
They already know we're coming. We might as well take the front door, unless either one of you has an objection to that.
Do you mind if we take a second so that I can check the door for magical traps?
Go for it.
Sure, go for it.
I would like
that sounds handy.
To do Tier La Couture. Or no, I'm sorry. Yes. Pull the curtains back and see if there's any.
I am not going to make you spend any time on this. It's all magic.
Oh, okay.
There is not a speck of anything here that is not a magical trap. Let's be very clear. Everything is magic, and it all wants you dead.
I'm so excited about this decision.
We're making a great choice.
I'm excited. I'm go for it. Go ahead, make your choice. One shouldn't lurk in doorways. One might question one's
Am I the only one that can
upbringing.
see the magic because I cast a spell, or because I cast it on the eyes there, can they see what I see?
It doesn't say in the spell book, so I'm going to say Simon can't, but Jason, you kind of see it the way that you see EMF radar. Like, it doesn't look like an EMF reader to you, but it has like a little bit of a like radar vibe to it a little bit. But it's all bad.
Oh,
it's all bad.
cool.
I was hoping
None
you
of
were
it's
going to say
good.
no, because then I was just going to lie to them and say, no, it's really cool.
I mean, I'm going to be real with you. If Jason takes out some stuff to check, things are going to get wild. So, it's all degrees. You're entering the school where the lights came on and somebody told you why the killer's is playing. So I don't know what to tell you. Things are bad. They have never been worse for you as they are right now.
Piper is stubborn and she wants to find her friends. She's going in no matter what. And she'll own up to it and say, this whole place is a magical trap. It's not good, but I'm going in regardless. You can stay here if you want.
Oh, gee, surprise, surprise. The entire place is a magical trap.
It's a quick clarification. When you say everything,
sarcasm?
do you mean...
I couldn't tell if that was sarcasm or not.
So, like I said, as a quick clarification, when you're saying everything is being seen as magical trap, by everything, do you mean the school, or like everything like this entire upside down city
Did you ever
stone
see
nonsense?
Batman Forever? Where
Yes.
he puts on the like radar back goggles when he's doing the bad riddle against Jim Carrey Riddler.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm blinded. It's like that. It's like someone flipped and now everything you see for just like a moment when you look at the floating eyeball, which is what that does. It looks like it has like a Batman thing going on. And it's just, It's all like radar pinging back and you're just like, cool. Not supposed to happen. That's not natural.
So not just the school, literally this entire place. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I already agreed to go inside. I don't know why you're
Cool.
suddenly
What
doing it as an
door are you
ultimatum.
going in? You said front door.
She was saying it to Simon specifically.
Oh, all right. Beans. So you want to hop into the front door? You're
all right. Front door. It seems. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Do we have a big strong werewolf coming with us to protect us, or are you going to get the Slayer?
In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's do this. He's gonna like pop his neck, stretch a little bit, and then like go ahead and wolf out again.
Cool. Great. So now you're in Sunnydale High School in Otro, Sunnydale, Welcome to Sunnydale High School. What would you like to do now that you're in this technologically advanced 2005, 2007 styled Californian high school in an underground cavern that's filled with magic?
Can we hear anything else besides the music playing?
Footsteps.
Can we tell where the footsteps are coming from? And how many there are?
Oh, just one pair. One pair is enough. 6
vampires in a trench coat is what I'm hearing. Just stacked.
Oh, that would be so cute. Writing that down. Where's my pen? These are 6 baby vampires in a trench coat.
What were you saying about not giving him ideas?
Each one worse than the last.
Are they like heavy footsteps or light footsteps? I'm trying to determine if it's like a big heavy guy or if it's like a younger, like a girl. Like I'm trying to decipher.
It has that weird squeak of someone wearing like fancy loafers.
Luke.
Oh, there! You can't help them.
I'm not helping. It's just what I just assume everyone's Luke.
That's a pretty good assumption, but so far you don't see anyone. So, just magical high school in an underground cavern that you've decided to go into.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
So, Carrie,
without a chest of weapons, I might add.
I have a bag full of stakes.
Chest of weapons.
They're actually there. You don't know that
they have
there?
to be.
They
have to be.
I have a bag full of stakes, and I can light people on fire with my hands. I will be fine. Hopefully, maybe, probably
cool.
not.
I hope that works. I hope
Harry,
that works for
if they got into a bad situation,
hope that works for
Harry
you.
would go to the library because that's like her whole deal. So if they are here, that's where Carrie would hole up and kind of barricade in. So I'm still thinking we should go to the library first.
I agree.
Let's go.
Cool. Great.
All right. So before we move on, I'm gonna take a minute to see if I can smell any other individuals.
Please do so. Please do that thing for me as you. How do I remember this? So after the smell session, I'm going to have everybody just roll me a d10 that's at the school currently.
Okay. Flat D10.
I'm guessing perception notice.
Perception notice. You've with your scent bonus. Anything else you want to add to it?
I got a 14.
Great. Hey, so that meat you're smelling, there's a new smell underneath it. Bone marrow.
Oh, fun. These people are really just trying to go for sensory overload for food for me, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, incidental.
Are we adding anything by chance to that D10? Please?
Oh, no.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, it's just going to be a d10 roll.
Sweet.
Do I also have to roll the d10?
Oh, yes. All 3 of you, just go ahead and roll d10 for me.
Okay,
I
got a 6.
We got a 6.
I got a 10.
You have a 2, you have a 10. Okay. So, the reason that Piper gets grabbed by Luke is because you are a girl. And literally those are the first words out of Luke's mouth. Oh, good, a girl! And he has a vice grip on your arm. He starts dragging you down the hall.
Can you light him on fire?
Yeah, I would like to light him on fire.
Please attempt to light Luke on fire.
This is gonna go so well.
I'll tell you what, this is going great. Every part of this has been great.
Drama points. Drama points.
Is there no seltzer in the school?
I'm going to grab him by the neck and pop his head off. But I'm going to wait till after he gets set on fire.
Yeah, I want to use drama points. I'm going to do the sorcery levels to add a +5.
Okay.
To that.
That's you do whatever you feel is necessary as Luke is dragging you past the library.
19.
Cool. You try to light him on fire.
No!
He shimmers gold.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say was the reason he couldn't be lit on fire? He's too cold?
No, he shimmers gold.
Oh. Curious.
Yeah, so you guys see like fire come out of my hands, but apparently he does not catch on fire because he's a bastard.
You do set the fire alarm off.
Sweet.
Rain. Sprinklers.
No rain. You just set the fire alarm off. There's just no sprinkler system in this evil, magically enhanced high school. The lack of working sprinkler system is the real evil in this school.
What if we put holy water in the sprinkler system?
We're gonna need a lot.
I could not have. I'm sure didn't make that up, but that's such a good idea.
That was in Constantine.
Can I grab him? Can I grab him by the neck?
I've only seen it once.
You can attempt to grapple Luke. Whatever you want to do, you are totally welcome to.
I don't know if this is a part of this system or not, but since I am distracting Luke by the fire in my hands and trying to light him on fire, and he's probably laughing at me like the jerk that he is, could that help Simon because I'm distracting Luke?
Luke's not distracted. He expected that. When Luke wants to get something done and go somewhere, he's more business, but he's not even laughing. He's just smirking at you and going, "You're the Slayer, right? A female one, right? You're not the boy Slayer, right? Stop with the fire. It's not."
She looks at, "No, I'm not the boy Slayer."
Well, I don't think you thought you were the boy Slayer.
You'll probably for the ceremony.
She doesn't correct him. She doesn't say that she's not the Slayer.
Fair.
That's fine. Yeah, please go ahead and see if you grapple Luke. Go for it.
Shit. What are you yelling at?
I don't think a 15 is high enough.
Oh, you're right. A 15 is not high enough. Now you're just hanging off of Luke like a child. And he's just walking with you. But the good thing about this, and Jason, you're going to love this a lot.
Of course I am.
Yeah. So you know where you're being dragged to, because we're just gonna have a good time with this. It's gonna be real fun. So Piper, you know how you posted that list and you have the 12 kids you're looking for?
13, but yes.
13. Yeah, you're looking for 12 actually is what you're looking for. So there's no other way to describe this. The gym of this school has been decorated for prom. And there is a person in the middle of this. Yes. There's a person in the middle of this gymnasium that is decorated for prom. And there is a picture of them that I gave to you earlier. The picture that is not Luke.
The second picture.
This person, the second picture, the one with the guy with dark hair and the dark clothing, the picture, he doesn't have the siggles on his face that he currently has.
Got it.
He is surrounded.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm showing it now.
Good. I'm not showing the picture yet for a very specific reason. That will make sense.
Okay. Well, I actually
is surrounded.
So people at home get to see.
The people at home are fine. It's not for the people in the group.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
There's a method minutes. So there's the prom, and this is also where someone told me by the Killers is playing over and over again. So this is where you're smelling bone marrow, because there are 12 skulls in a circle around him, and each skull has a black candle lit next to it. And he says, "Welcome to prom." As Piper, Luke throws you in the room, and you disappear. And reappear at the top of the stairs, elsewhere in the school. Jason and Simon, you see Piper disappear and one of the candle lights go out, and then you hear what sounds like a little bit of a crash from somewhere, because Piper, you landed at the top of the staircase, but in a weird place, and you tumble down the stairs, and Luke turns. Actually, Luke doesn't turn because you're hanging off of Luke, and goes, "Werewolf, would you like to go next?" Or how about your scrawny little friend? Unless, Jason, you've chosen to hide in the shadows. I don't want to speak for you.
I mean, there was something I was planning to do, which is neither of those two options. But
what were you planning on doing? Simon, obviously you're hanging off of Luke, so you can decide what you want to do.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and knock him down. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and take control since I'm holding on to him, and I'm he's been dragging me. It's like, fine. Yeah. You want to try that again?
Yeah, let's do as Jason. You're thinking about what you want to implement. Let's have you do this contested grappling, athletics, strength, might roll, but whatever you think you would use for grappling. So it's definitely dexterity. I want to give you the best shot at this, so you can add strength in there, and then whatever.
There's already luckily there's already a grapple bonus. I just happened to roll really low the last time because I have a plus 12 to grapple, and I rolled a 3. So
Okay, yeah. So roll it again. We'll see if you. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Are you werewolf right now? Are you wolf?
Yes, I am. I am wolfed out. Hold on. Is it taking into account my my extra wolf stats? Yeah, it is, because I have the modifiers set up for the wolf stats to take into account. So that time I rolled a 6. Hooray!
Hooray!
We're at 18.
What's the final? The final is
an 18. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you like to know the score you actually need to get for what you want to do?
Probably like a 20 or a 21.
Yeah, muscle is 22, combat is 19. So you need to get a 22 for muscle. Because the grappling is technically in addition to combat in order to do an attack. So I counted it as muscle in this case. So you get thrown into the room, and another candle goes out.
Does he get thrown in the same room with me?
Oh, no.
Of course not.
No, another candle goes out. Simon, you land in the principal's office where an altar has been set up. You land on top of an altar in the very far corner of the high school. It doesn't hurt, though, because you land on top of the principal's desk, so it's from IKEA, so it doesn't. You do more damage to the desk than it does to you.
So you're telling me is the desk smashes to little pieces because he weighs 300 and something pounds.
Yeah, but that somehow makes it worse, because now it's just a messy ritual space.
Way more likely to explode.
Yeah. There is the smell of someone having been in this space recently who is male. But it's not Luke, because you were with Luke and hanging off of him, and it doesn't smell like Luke. Jason.
Cool. So, since I've apparently had this time to fiddle about as Piper and Simon were dragged to their ultimate locations, I will have spent that time.
By the way, you saw them disappear, so you don't know what happened to them. You only know after they disappear, one of the candle lights go out. But there's a dude chanting and 10 lit skull candles around him.
There's no way anything involving skull candles could be good.
Well, technically it's there's the skull, and then the candle is atop the skull, and it's black and dripping.
I'm going to stick with this as bad.
It's not great. Also, repetition of somebody told me by the killers just happening. It's when the song stops, it starts over again. So it's also the same song.
Okay. So, like I was saying, since I had this time to follow along with them as they were being dragged to their destinations, I will spend that time getting the my holy water hurricane ready to toss. So when he turns to me for whatever he wants to do, just tossing it into the middle of all of that and see what happens. What roll is for that?
Super. Well, let's. It's definitely dexterity plus.
Yeah, is the roll more along making sure it was put together right, or is this just to make sure it hits where it's supposed to?
More of a hit's where it's supposed to. So it's like dexterity plus. I guess you could do dexterity plus acrobatics or plus. It's not a gun fu. It's not a gun. But gun fu is more. There's no like.
I think getting medieval is actually the ranged for ranged attacks also.
I can look that up because I wrote it down. But yeah, but it's definitely going to be dexterity for it. But let's see if I wrote down. So, dexterity plus kung fu would actually work.
Kung Fu, is my understanding, is purely hand to hand, though.
But it is not because it's also catching and throwing. You're not very far, so even if you have like a point in kung fu, like,
Well, I have no points in Kung Fu.
Did.
I put mine in getting medieval.
Oh, let's have you do with getting medieval. I want you to have the best chance at this.
Yeah. And speaking of the best chance, I will spend a drama point to get the bonus to the roll ahead of time.
I think you should.
I think I should too. D10, 8, 12 with a plus 10, 22.
22. Great. So, Luke, for all intents and purposes, is technically still a vampire. And even though when someone tried to light him on fire, he did shimmer gold. He shimmers gold again, but you're close enough that you get some of that in, and so you do hit Luke, and it burns, and it sizzles, and it does not smell fun. Luke flails around a little bit, but unfortunately, even though you've done damage, you've now just made Luke incredibly angry at you.
Two things. One, part of the intent was also to see if I could get some of the holy water to screw up whatever weird ritual is going on there. So to hit some of the explosion there. And two, I'm not even waiting to see how that went. He would immediately turn and start running.
Cool. So the gymnasium does have locker rooms. You can see kind of in the diagram, you're going to have to go through one of the locker rooms anyways, or you could go out one of the side doors back to the parking lot or out into the night by yourself. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, no, let's not go with by myself in the night while a vampire is very, very mad at me.
I'm just suggesting things in conversation. Where would you like to go, Jason, as you're on your own?
Well,
pool of magic.
I'm in the gym. You said I have to go through the locker rooms
to
get out?
You're going to have to go through the locker rooms to get out. There's no like real entrance to the library, so you'd have to go like outside and then come back in. Or you could do the locker rooms to like the science room and then go around. If you go one way, you'll get closer to where Simon was dropped. If you go another way, you'll get closer to where Piper was dropped. Well, if that helps. You don't know that, but
I don't know
like,
that.
You can see one of them.
I'll stick with the theme and I'll head towards the science room.
Cool beans. All right. So I'm going to have you finish what you're doing in the science room as you discover there is a door to the boys' bathroom, and we are going to move over to Ravello Drive while the people that are in the high school think about what they've done and the choices they made for themselves.
I've made great choices.
Great choices. You actually did damage to Luke, which
I was the most effective person so far.
Yeah, you were. It was great. Does anyone need a break before we do Ravello Drive? Does anyone need like 5 minutes? Or are we?
I'm good.
Feeling good? All right. So welcome to Ravello Drive and the Summers house. The more you're looking at the homes here in the residential area of Otro Sunnydale, the more it becomes apparent they're made out of stone. And it's weird. Because, like, they're made to look like they're not made out of stone, but they are made out of stone. It's like someone was trying to facsimile something, but it's made out of stone. Like, it just looks uncanny. Like an Uncanny Valley scenario.
So do you think they're actually in a basement in a house that's made out of stone?
I don't see why there wouldn't be. I mean, it's worth a try.
Well, I mean, yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely a trap, and you know that that's a trap.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know what? I always assume everything is a trap. Isn't that why we're all still alive? Reference to other things.
Okay, so what are we looking for when we get there? What
right.
What is it that you need that I need to keep my eyes out for?
So I'm looking for some kind of I'm assuming some kind of trunk or something that would have a bunch of weapons
Like a hope
inside. Chest? Kind of, yeah. I haven't seen it, so I don't know because there's no drawing of the thing. But I just feel like there would be or even if you notice that something looks like it has hinges that maybe shouldn't have hinges, like an ottoman or something. I don't know. Could be anything.
I understand I'm the Daphne of this group, and my job is to get knocked out and stuff, but
you could be the Sarah Michelle Gellar Daphne, where you come back and you're reclaiming your time.
That's true. I heard that, Daphne. And I do know how to use a baseball bat, but it's okay, I'm looking for a chest full of weapons.
Yes. And holy water and books and all the kinds of stuff that we might need. I figure if we just hand the book over to Piper, she just starts reading in Latin or something, and then some shit will happen. She might know what to do with books that are written in Latin. I feel like she wouldn't set them on fire. I feel like those are good assumptions to make. Oh, she doesn't make
goo come out of that, that's for sure. I swear I saw goo come out of that book, but I guess it was just my imagination. But all right.
I feel like crossbows would probably be in there too. I feel like things really helpful things would be in there. So yeah, I just feel like it would be a good thing for us to look.
Yeah, I'm better at things that don't shoot.
Well, we'll give you some things that don't shoot. It's fine.
I mean, I can carry things for you, but
yeah, that's great. So also, I would like to. I do feel slightly uneasy, something bad is gonna happen. I don't really know why.
I don't know. I have a song going through my head a lot. I'm just
what song do you have in your head
right now? Yeah, somebody told me. I'm just the thing is, there's this thing is, but heaven ain't close in a place like this. It keeps just coming over
because we're in hell. Yeah.
Yes, but I don't really know this song.
I feel like we need to do this quick and get back to the school. I feel like something bad is.
I agree. So lead the way. You are the battering ram here. I'm
indeed.
So, Fiona.
Yes.
This is not an ideal situation, obviously.
No.
But as you approach Ravello Drive, even if you haven't read the whole of the Slayer Compendium, this is Buffy Summers' house you are walking up to.
She's
in spite of the uncanny valley nature of this, that's the porch, that's the door that eventually Angel was given access to. That's, those are the curtains.
I heard that Spike was hotter.
What?
This thing that I heard.
Who? Spike who? Spike.
Oh,
what?
Sorry. That was above table.
Oh.
I mean, kind of above table, kind of not above table. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So this is the Slayer of all Slayers. The Slayer that changed everything. The Slayer that took all these rules about who could be in charge and who made power and how young women were basically being thrown into the fire for the cause of justice. This is Buffy and I'm going to curse for Shadow of Nox fans. Motherfucking Summers. I can't say it enough that you coming up to this house, even if this is a trap, which it probably is, who the hell knows. This is a momentous thing that so few people have done. And I will give you this gift. As you enter the house, there are no traps. But there's also no basement.
Okay.
But there are no traps. And you are now in Buffy and Summer's house.
This is kind of amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, where's the basement? Or would it be?
Please take a drama point for okay. Where's the basement? Just no.
There should be a door to the basement, I think. I don't see it though.
You mean where that blank wall is?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
right.
think
Where's Buffy Summers' bedroom? That's the next place.
upstairs. That would be upstairs. Is there an upstairs?
There is an upstairs, and there are 5 doors. One of them is open upstairs. And when you go into the room, someone has been sleeping in this bed, and there is a duffel bag full of half-used weapons, like broken weapons. And in the corner, you see a jacket, and the tag says AA.
Sorry, that was loud. Hey guys, R.I.P. your eardrums. So sorry.
We should have went to Buffy's house.
What? Wait.
Too bad you're dying with me.
Sorry, that was so loud, guys.
It's okay. The moment was appropriate.
Oh shit. So that's. Hey, she's just gonna be like, "Hey, Aaron."
No
Wait,
answer.
Hey, buddy.
Is that Piper's friend?
Yeah, 100%.
Dude,
Aaron, buddy.
is he alive?
I don't know, but it's
No
still that's.
answer. But
I'm
that's his.
gonna reach out and touch the bag. I'm like, hold on. Get ready to catch me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then,
So you touch a bag. I'm not going to make you roll for this because this whole place is magic. So the longer you hear, the easier this is for you because you're also just doing it more.
yeah.
You get a sense of malnourishment. You get a
Ooh.
sense of someone having been here 3-4 months and living off of like barely being able to get through. You also see an altar room, but it doesn't look right. It looks like an altar room in like a weird office space. Like there's a little, you see like a little gray box in the corner with like one of those little things where someone makes an announcement.
Oh my god,
You see like
that's the
this
principal's
old
office.
arts room.
Oh.
Why would I see the principal's office? And why is there an altar in the principal's office? I think we need to get to the school.
Yeah. So there was no answer when I called out for Aaron, but can I listen to see if like he's hiding from?
If Aaron's here, he's hungry. He's really, really hungry. And
Can we specify whether he's hungry for like normal food or like blood? Because like those are two very different
like
things.
Malnourished. Like he's been scrounging on food.
Okay, so he's not like
I basically
thirsty.
dig into and grab like 3 or 4 granola bars, and I'm just gonna put them on the bed.
Okay.
With, if Aaron makes it back here when we're not here, there's some food.
Okay.
But and bottle of water. My mom packed it. Don't ask me.
No, it's good. That's good. Can I listen to hear like maybe he's like hiding because like he doesn't know who I am?
Totally. Give me perception notice. Yeah.
Drama point.
Yeah, totally drama point. Absolutely. How does this work exactly?
You just say you're going to use one. You have a finite number of them, and then when you do cool stuff, I give you more of them.
Okay. I'm going to use a drama point for this to try to.
It gives you a +10 to your roll. There's only one exception that gives you 5s, and that's the one that gives you continuous 5s for a scene.
All right. So willpower and listen.
Perception
Notice.
and notice.
Wow, words were dumb just now.
I guess you
meant
can
that.
willpower and listen if you want. I have no idea what will happen, but
No.
we can all find out together.
I listened so
Live on this
hard.
journey together.
Okay. Sorry.
Notice. Oh, there it is. Okay, I can see.
I cannot find.
It's
Perception.
under Mr. Fix-It. It's on the second page, second column, 5 down.
I don't think that we're not on the same. We don't have the same thing though.
Oh.
Oh wait, notice. Thank you. 3 and 6. 12. So that'll be a 22.
If Aaron is here, he is not responding.
Cool.
When you look through like the bag of his like weapons, things are bent, things are broken in half. They're not new weapons, and they've been used to the point where they're not really going to help you much, but you can take them if you want kind of that.
No, I'm not going to take his weapons. I will leave a couple of the stakes that I have, because I would have brought more than one stake with me.
Like, so are you leaving the ribeyes, the porterhouses? Are you leaving the
Delmonicos,
Yeah.
I'll leave
I
2 of my... Right? I'll leave 2 of my stakes. I have 4.
Because of your actions for Aaron, a slayer who you don't know that you've ever met necessarily, you do find in Buffy's chest there's an emergency purposes double-headed axe in that chest.
Is it red and shiny?
Yeah, I was going to make it golden shiny, but if you want red and shiny, we can.
No,
make it
I
red
just
and
like
shiny.
the one from the last episode, the big one, the big scary one. Is it that one?
The magic one that starts everything off.
Yeah.
It is not the scythe, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then I'm fine with it being gold. That's fine. But my brain just was like,
lives
is it
in
that?
San Francisco. At this point in time, currently San Francisco is about to go to war for that scythe. So the scythe is not with you. But it is a double-headed axe that is sharp and has not been used. And so it is new.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, 100%. So she should find a way to strap that thing to her back, maybe. So she doesn't have to just like walk around with it in her hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
is one more thing, if you want it.
Yeah, 100% yes.
You're kind of getting ready to go, and in the hallway, you just look down, and at the corner of your eye, there's just a little pendant that has a W on it, on the floor.
Is it a willow? Is it a willow necklace? I'll go to pick it up. Oh, I'm gonna pick it up and hand it off to Bethany and see if she can see if it's Willow's or who belonged to it. I guess.
I'm like, what is this?
I don't know. I just found it on the
Bethany, the second you touch it, the voices that are singing in your head get so incredibly loud. It sounds like you're at a giant rock concert. Like, it's almost nauseatingly loud, but it has this weird Broadway undertone to it. So, like, you've got, like, somebody told me from The Killers with, like, they got the mustard out at the same time in your head, and it's just a lot in your brain is like, this is a lot happening. I need you to make, your brain is like, please make a choice.
Okay, I'll take it back. It's fine. It's fine.
That song that I've been humming.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much there. I think we really need to get to the school. And I don't understand, what does mustard have to do with anything? Jesus.
I don't know. Are you hungry? Maybe we can get a hot dog later.
No, I'm not hungry. I'm very much not hungry, which is one of the reasons I left Aaron and the jacket. We're going to leave in the jacket. We're leaving the water.
I mean, I could take the jacket.
No, we can come back to the jacket if we survive.
Yeah, I was kidding.
What do you think?
Like, what if I showed?
Ew, Criminy.
I know.
She'd set you on fire.
That would be super fun for her to try, but
it would be super fun for all of us. Yeah, super green like. Let's go. Maybe.
Before we go downstairs, I'm gonna open up the door, see if Willow's room still has some magical shit in it that I can take for Piper.
And who is Willow?
There's nothing else in this
Nothing
house
else.
of use
Okay.
to you.
Okay.
If it was there, it was used.
So Willow, Buffy's bestie, and pretty sure that's who owned this necklace. So
Whatever.
she's gonna put it on.
They're either dealing with something or they died from something, right? And it is a big magic.
I mean, they're big magic. We can tell. I'll tell you stories about Willow. She's a very big deal. She's a scary, scary badass witch. Not so much near the end, but yeah.
Okay.
Lots of stories that I can tell you about Willow on the way.
Yeah. Okay. So
kind of amazing.
That means I will recognize some of the stuff of when she talks about Willow by the time we get to the school.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's walk with the purpose.
Yeah. She's gonna hyperfixate on Willow.
Here's the thing, Fiona. As you hyperfixate and you walk and you talk, you don't lose purpose, but you're going to have a disadvantage to perception. If you make
because
perception.
I'm talking?
No.
Great. Okay. I mean, I want to do, if I could do perception, that would be cool, I guess.
I mean, I'm paranoid. I think everything's going to try to eat me here shortly.
It probably will.
What you're talking about. Let's go back to the school as they walk towards the school. We'll start with Piper. Piper, you have rolled down a staircase after being teleported magically and uncomfortably. Also, Luke was very excited to see you because you are a girl.
It's not creepy at all.
Gross.
Yeah. Where in the school am I?
So you are over. So you rolled down a set of stairs. So you're in like a hip student lounge area. It would have been nice if you had rolled down onto the couch that's next to you, but you didn't. You rolled down onto the floor.
Can I tell where I am on the map, or not yet?
Not really. You wouldn't. Yeah, you don't really have a conception. There's not really a way to. Yeah.
What do I hear besides do I hear anything besides the music?
Luke is walking around again. Okay. You think you heard a crash, but you can't tell where it comes from. And at this point, a crash wouldn't surprise you necessarily.
Right.
But yeah, there's no screaming. There's definitely someone doing a ritual with skulls and candles, though, which is
not
unsettling.
Okay. Yeah,
to say the least.
So whatever little lounge I'm in, is there like a doorway out or a hallway?
Yeah, no, it's like an open student lounge. So like you're just gonna walk down a hallway or walk into a classroom. It's the cool lounge from like seasons 4 and 5 where Willow and Buffy had like conversations in like the public. I don't know how to explain open student lounge better than it's open. It's not in a like confined room.
All right. I'm gonna walk out. I'm trying to figure out where in the school I am. I'm trying to get my bearings.
Cool. So you're going to, if you look to your right, there's a library.
Oh. Okay. And after I heard that crash, I don't hear anything else. I don't like hear anybody calling out. I don't hear groaning or anything.
I don't know, Simon. Are you like cursing the gods and everyone you've ever met that you've punched through an IKEA desk and are currently?
Oh, he's not cursing the gods. He's not cursing the gods. He's like, all right, no more Mr. Nice Wolf. Time for you to get a steak. And I don't mean a cut of meat. And he's going to pick up like a long chunk of the desk that is jagged.
Wait. I want to clarify. Do you say that into like the announcer thing? Do you say it to yourself? Like, do you make that announcement to the school, or like?
Oh no, he's just saying it out loud because he's angry.
Okay, so no one
So
heard
if the
you.
announcement thing picks up his voice,
you're just monologuing for the jollies of it. That's good.
Yeah.
So Piper, you do not hear that because it's not necessarily loud enough for you to hear.
Okay.
You're just far enough away that you don't hear it.
Okay.
But there's a library right there.
I feel like you want me to go into the library at this
I
point.
don't want you. You have exceeded my wildest dreams by walking in the front of the trap demonic, like, super magic high school. And just walking in the front door, just out and gone in front of everyone. So, like, you've exceeded my wildest dreams. Anything you do is all up to you.
She's gonna push the sleeves back up on that huge fucking Letterman jacket that she's still wearing for some reason. And she's gonna she's gonna go in the library.
Cool. You're in a library now.
Is anybody in here?
No, but you found the skylight. There's no moon though, so really it's just a piece of glass where you can look up and see the top of the canyon. And then you see Mayhew, and he's like waving at you from the. No, he's not here. Fontana Meadow, Fontana Meadow.
She wants to go back in the house, Luke.
I mean, Luke's out there. You can go and confront Luke.
I mean, not yet.
You know, you can do anything that you want to do. He was very excited to see you.
He was, and I'm very upset that he did not catch on fire. So we're gonna revisit that. She wants to do like a quick.
Are you wondering about that at all?
I am wondering about that, and I'm not very happy. That did not happen. She just kind of wants to do a quick like loop through the library. She wants to make sure that nobody's hiding. Is there anything in there that she might be able to use? Anything important that she needs to see?
You, because you are a magic using person, even though you have not seen the maybe you've Carrie was a watcher, so maybe Carrie informed you of a few things. So you know there should be a cage here. You know there should be magic books here. You know there should be an armory in this room. But none of that exists here in the places that you know with 100% positivity there should be. And the absence of something is always as important as the presence of something, as you've learned from magic.
Okay, so the things that I know should be here aren't. Is there anything looking around that maybe shouldn't be here that is? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. It made sense in my head.
Pom-poms.
Pom-poms?
Mm-hmm.
Are they're the school colors, I'm assuming? Or is that...
Set of red pom-poms.
Set of red pom-poms, okay. I'm gonna go look at the pom-poms.
They're red pom-poms for a
okay, but there's nothing there's no not a name on it or anything like that.
No, if you try to shake them, nothing happens. You don't open up a mirror to another world or anything. They're just
she's allergic to pom-poms, and she's holding them up by the finger and
And he was like, "Oh, she's a cheerleader now. I'll never love her again."
She will instantly become a cheerleader. She will be the gothest cheerleader ever.
Oh, we tease. You'd be Eliza Dushku and Bring It On.
Yes.
I transferred from Los Angeles. My school has no gymnastics team. This was a lost resort.
Okay, so there's nobody here. There's the room that should be here that has the weapons and the magic books is not here.
Yeah. And when you go to open one of the regular books, there is no writing in any of the books in this room. It's just empty spines.
Fake. This is just a set.
It is. You're right.
She's gonna leave the library because it's basically a waste
of Jason, time. Somewhere in your heart, you begin weeping. You don't know why.
Sure. I'm feeling a lot of things right now. I'm sure I'm weeping for a number of emotional reasons.
Yeah. So, hey, Piper.
Yeah.
You know how you just came out of the library? Did you exit the library the way you came in?
Yes.
Cool. Luke is coming down the hallway, and he looks a little bit wet and very angry, and he looks at you and goes, "Oh, Slayer, your friend hit me with holy water. I'm super unhappy now. We're gonna get this ritual going. Then I never have to deal with your kind again."
I
He's
want to try to light him on fire again.
I mean, go ahead and attempt to light him on fire again.
I'm gonna try.
Drama points.
You can tell I'm not going to try to stop you from lighting Luke on fire.
I know you told me ahead of time that you were not going to stop me from doing anything I wanted to do. Yeah, I'm gonna use another drama point.
Simon, by the way, you're going to see this from the other end of the hallway as you're exiting the room with the giant
22
thing of whatever here. 22.
22.
Okay. You light him on fire.
Yes.
But here's the thing. He shimmers gold again, so now he's just a hot, wet vampire.
I'm just gonna let that go.
You just made Luke. You just turned Luke into a giant, angry calcifer flame, essentially. Now he just looks like something from a Pink Floyd album, and he's like, seriously, look, this is just a ritual. Just get over it, Slayer. You don't need your body. You'll be fine.
What?
At least you're a girl Slayer this time, but we don't have to deal with the boy Slayer again.
What did you do to him?
Why? Was he your friend?
I want to use my mind and I want to slam him into the wall.
I'm not going to stop you. You have a telekinesis spell. You can use it. You have points.
It's a big fuck you to Luke.
Why is everyone so mad at Luke? He's just doing his job.
I'm going to use another story or
And
another
so
drama
are
point.
the Nazis, John.
Oh, that's true. It's not nice.
24.
24. Great. Where are you attempting to slam him? Just like into a nearby wall, into like lockers.
Is there like an open rebar coming out of
the is there any like
the wall?
Yeah.
I mean, you can make one if you slam him hard enough, I guess. You did really well, so you can slam him into
you
an
did
open
mention
classroom.
that I'm coming down the hallway, and I have a big slab of wood in my hand.
Yeah, I mean, you with the 24, I will allow you to see Simon with the giant makeshift IKEA stake. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna slam him into Simon into the stake.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, so that would have worked.
Damn you.
Except
the fact that Luke has a giant hole in him.
No, see, that's fine. No, that's fine.
The ring toss game.
I'm not aiming for the hole that I obviously see, but I still want to slam him into the stake to kind of hold him there. And I'm gonna as I'm doing this, I'm yelling, "What did you do to Aaron?"
It's a vampsicle.
Yeah, exactly. It's a vampsicle.
Yeah. Simon, there is a hot, wet vampire right on the IKEA desk you created.
I'm a vampsicle for the rest of my life.
That's fine, vampsicle.
So, Simon, a month ago, everything was fine. You had a girlfriend. You were doing sports. Now you're in a weird underground cavern city, Sunnydale 8 the Ocho. Thoughts going through your head? Apparently, the person that Luke did something to Piper is very, very angry. Also, but also this vampire is somehow staked, alive, on fire, has been run through. This vampire might be Dracula.
Dracula.
With a different name, honestly, at this point. He should be dead, like 2-3 times.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to question it. We're in a city that doesn't exist that's made out of stone.
I mean,
I'm going to try
it does exist, technically. I mean, it exists.
Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
Technically, it exists.
Yeah, so what I'm going to try and do is... I'm trying to put my claws into his brain pan.
You're gonna try to put your
I'm gonna try
hand
and give him
into
a
the hot
lobotomy.
vampires. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and give him a lobotomy with my werewolf claws. Just
Sure. This is okay, but whatever. Sure. I think this is a Getting Medieval. If there has ever been a Getting Medieval, I think this this would qualify personally.
It should, well, in my particular case, should probably be Wolf Fu since I'm using my wolf weapon, and that is
yes, okay, yeah, because Wolf Fu is like a you thing, so I don't normally go to Wolf Fu, but I should, no,
well, normally unarmed attacks is Kung Fu, but since I'm in wolf form and I'm not doing something that's all human-like, I'm using claws.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they used that skill as an example for Oz in the book.
I'm very excited to see, because this is the seed. So we're going to go, after you've rolled this, we're going to go to Jason, and then Fee and Bethany are going to roll up to this effigy of Luke that is happening, apparently, that I'm out of control of now.
I'm going to go ahead and spend a drama point, because he's very angry after having gotten thrown. He's not used to somebody being stronger than him when he's in wolf form.
Also, I will bear in mind, you didn't get thrown by a person. You got thrown into a room, and then the room threw you in your mind. Like, you got like a Star Trek teleportation thing. And then you landed on a freaking altar.
It's fun.
Does Luke say anything to me as I slam him in there screaming about...
I got a 25.
Nice.
Oh!
So Piper, Luke is winking at you. Yeah, he's winking at you. He's like, big old dumb grin, winking at you. He's like, kind of just chuckling to himself, and then he goes, ow! I'm gonna have a splitting headache from this. And he just kind of starts like flailing about a little bit, just trying to get the wolf claws out of his head. He shimmers gold again, and your wolf claw is now just like in his brain, and it just feels like you're touching like weird soggy bacon, because that's all our brains are, is basically soggy bacon and water. But he does not crumble.
Yeah, he's a vamp. Claws to the brain aren't going to kill him. It's when I pull his brain out eventually that's going to kill him. Hopefully.
No, I guess that's fair. I mean, anything without a brain, you know. So, hey,
which, by the way, if damage matters, my claws do 16 points of damage.
Hold on to that thought. Everything will be revealed in time. Jason, you are in the science room. You hear the kerfluffle kind of in time. And then by the time you've left the science room, let's say, there is a hot, wet vampire on an IKEA desk stake with a wolf claw in his brain, but is still alive.
Well, hold on.
Very unhappy.
Before leaving the science room, I have a question about said science room.
Cool.
For instance, is said science room stocked, or is there stuff on the shelves?
No, much like Piper finds in the library, when you like open shelves or like try water, it's like someone built a set and then didn't fill the set with stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, so they didn't finish whatever it was. They just built the frame.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. The school is becoming very disappointing.
Yeah, no, I am in fact disappointed by a lot of how this has gone for me so far.
Yeah. And then you see the hot wet vampire. So there you go.
Okay, well,
that's what I'm titling this episode, by the way, the hot wet vampire.
Hot wet vampire.
At the end
but that gives away the secret.
By Chuck Tingle. We're going full Chuck Tingle.
Oh jeez.
Anyways, so Jason, how's your brain doing with like
my brain is basically okay.
Piper's really angry, I guess. Simon has a Luke pinata or something. Like
cool.
Okay, no, he's definitely angry.
They're having a great time and they don't need me for this, so it's like just you're doing great, guys! And I'm gonna run back the way I came, back to where the ritual circle and the skulls and the candles are at, and I'm gonna start see what I can see to mess that up.
Cool.
Like Like, there's a circle set up. I know I've done occult research. I know a lot of ways to do them wrong.
How close are you getting?
I mean, I saw them disappear into it, so
yes,
like I should have an idea of how close I can get before that happens. Does it actually have a circle on the ground?
Method? There's a circle on the ground. Yes. Are we going full scientific method, and you're just going to see where the edges are?
I mean, in the sense that I'm going to go with, I assume, circle to stay out of. I saw where they disappeared from. I'm not going to go past that point. How close is that?
Great. So the witch doing the spell, who is male, by the way, looks up from the circle and stops spouting off things in Latin and looks at you and grins and goes, "Mother loves you, Jason."
No.
Oh, fuck you.
Did you ever get that book that you wanted? From eBay?
Where? Are they just like in the middle of... Where are they?
They are shouting at you to be heard over "Somebody told you" by the Killers.
Where are they shouting from? Or are they like on the...
From the middle of the gymnasium where they're currently having weird death prom.
Okay. It's just like... No, I didn't, and it was rude. It didn't exist. Why am I explaining this to you? Shut up. I'm busy.
Busy doing what? You know they're going to leave you behind, right?
Is there?
It's okay. I'm a loser too. You know, you can come
kidding.
in the room. I'll let you in the room.
Why do I feel like that was Jason going la 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 la, like doing the whole like 8 fingers in the ears, la 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 la, I can't hear you, la 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 la, I can't hear
because
you.
I can't put my fingers in my ear. I might need my hands here in a minute.
Mother still loves you. She's disappointed, but you could redeem yourself in Mother's eyes, Jason. Mother welcomes all.
I am not joining any group that has cursed me until bare minimum the curse has been lifted. It's like,
what if I lift the curse?
Then that is getting to step 1, and then we have to start talking about benefits and like how much of a sunk cost this is, and like, is there a tier system? Because I know how an MLM works, and I'm not joining an MLM.
Yes, he's talking about a pyramid scheme.
Mother is a pyramid scheme. It's fine.
It might be.
I was just like you, Jason.
And
friends.
Luke is her upline.
I was just like you, Jason. I had friends that were all powerful. This girl called Dawn. Met her the first day of high school. And we ended up in a basement fighting something. I don't even remember what. She left me behind. Mother took me in when I snuck into the school. I'm Carlos. You could join us, Jason. Mother loves you.
So I'm just gonna ignore him at this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue looking and trying to figure out what's going on with Circle and figure out if there's a way for me to disrupt what's happening.
Sure. Give me a willpower occultism roll, unless you can think of a better roll, because it's not really a perception.
Little baby Carlos.
I mean, that would be my only potential argument would have been perception, so but willpower instead. 3. Occult. There's probably on a bit of a time clock considering, what's his face is out there being pinata'd. So we'll go ahead and spend a drama point as a boost that as well. Why not? 19.
This is a spell that cannot be stopped until you've stopped the source of the spell, which is Mother.
Okay, so even if I blew this entire place up, it wouldn't matter if Mother still exists.
Can you blow this entire place up?
I don't know, potentially.
I mean, if everyone else is keeping the hot, wet vampire busy, you could try it.
What? You just
like
what?
Romance novel.
That's why I'm getting. That's why I'm trying to get clarification, because if it's literally the only thing that can stop is that, or is that just that's the easy way, or is that literally the only way is to deal with Mother?
Oh, Jason.
Yes.
This is what all heroes learn. There are choices you have to make and decisions you can make that only you can make. You can roll as high as you can in this game. In fact, there's a mechanic for if you roll too high, bad things will start happening even if you succeed. This is a choice you make as a hero. How do you think best to stop what's happening? And also, have you figured out who those 12 skulls belong to yet?
No,
Because Piper knows who they belong to.
no, I've got a pretty good guess. Hence the whole trying to stop whatever this thing is.
Yes.
And also why the whole joining your cult thing is kind of a hard sell.
But I'll let you think about stuff that you want to ask Carlos. I'll let you have those few moments while everyone else is dealing with the vampires, and we can come back to you so that you've had time to think about what you want to do. Fiona, are you the first in, or Bethany? Are you?
No,
the first
I'll go in first.
Real quick,
for sure.
Okay.
Before they actually come in, when Jason says what he said and then left, I would like to, if I can, say that Piper pulled out her phone and texted Fee and said, "Luke's here, thinks I'm the Slayer, use that," and sent that off to her before trying to engage with him again.
Do we have service?
Fiona, as you approach the high school, you get this text. Someone has changed your ringtone to "Somebody Told Me" by the Killers.
I don't like when people go through my phone. All right, so that's uncomfortable. And she'll read out the text to Bethany. So apparently Luke is an idiot on top of everything else because he thinks that Piper is the Slayer.
So maybe Luke isn't actually Luke, and none of this is actually real. I mean, it's real, but it's just the perception of somebody of what they think it is.
Yeah,
real.
but I feel like we could still die, so that's pretty damn real.
I'm sure we can still die.
Yeah.
But if she says use it, I mean, use it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to 100% make him think that I'm useless and weak and blah, 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 and that I'm going to kill him.
That is my job. You kill him.
I love this because you don't know that Luke is currently a human pinata on fire.
He's a vampsicle.
He's a hot, wet vampire is what he is.
Hot, wet vampire. I'm sure that is everything he ever wanted to be in life.
When are we going to tell her what we found?
Probably not right away.
Probably best. Otherwise, she might,
panic.
Isn't it just like, no, tell her now, make it happen.
Make her even angrier or make her more powerful. She'll, you know what? I just want her to. There's, you know how I was talking about Willow. There was this like story about Willow flaying someone alive. So I'd love to see that happen. It's a whole thing. Yeah. I'd love that. So she should just flay him, and that way he'd be a vampsicle with not that I know that, but
didn't you say something about her like going totally to the dark side?
Oh yeah, no, she was scary. It was so much fun to read about. I wasn't there, so I clearly I'm sure I would have been terrified in real life. But anyway, because we just go inside.
But this is a trap. We know this is a trap.
Everything is always a trap. Literally everything.
This specifically is a trap. Like, lights were literally on for you. Specifically this whole city. Well, the whole city is a trap. Fiona, what did you expect to see when you entered the school? Not what you're actually going to see, but like, what did you expect to see is the question that I have. Like, paint me a picture. Like, it's going to look like a high school, even if you haven't seen Sunnydale High. What did you like expect to see? Like, just.
So, are we walking in the front door? Is that? I assume we're walking in the front door. Like, fuck it, let's just go.
Yeah. So, what do you expect to see walking in the front door? The one thing you know is that lights are on. You got a text message about Luke. Apparently, he thinks Piper is the Slayer, which is weird because he knows you're the Slayer. Maybe he doesn't even know you're the Slayer. Who knows? But
I assumed he did.
Yeah, what would you expect to see?
Well, your traditional high school stuff. You walk in and there's like the foyer kind of area. I forget what they call them in high schools. And like
the foyer. I think they still just call them the foyer.
Okay, so like so like the foyer of a high school with like a case for trophies, but like I don't know how good Sunnydale High was at anything, so like maybe no trophies. I don't fucking know. Probably like
there's one thing I remember for a show that I only watched a few episodes of, where one guy makes the comment, we have a good team this year. Hopefully nobody dies. Meaning they probably don't have a lot of trophies because a lot of people died.
Wait, have you not watched much Buffy?
Only a few episodes.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I will counter that the episode that had the cheerleader, the mom that was stealing the daughter's body, there were a lot of trophies in that cast.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I mean,
there were a lot of extras in those teams.
I would know at least that the cheerleading squad was good. So she would expect to see like a trophy case with some trophies in it, maybe, and like maybe some like the door to a basketball gym, basketball gym. That's redundant.
Basketball gym, yes.
And like things like that. And maybe some dead bodies lying around because we know that there's like potential for Hellmouth activity happening. Yeah, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So kind of, you're kind of expecting to look. It almost sounds like you're looking to see the back of the school at the front of the school when you walk in. Because when you'd walk in, you wouldn't necessarily see a gymnasium. You'd probably see like a row of lockers.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
In your wildest dreams, did you ever envision a vampire on fire being held by a werewolf with the stake through the vampire's, like, not quite the midsection, maybe a little higher? Or is it, like, lower? Is it in gut? Or is it, like, closer to, like, the nipple line? Where's the... Like, what angle is the giant IKEA stake in him at, Simon? How phallic are we going here? Is it higher? Is it lower? Like, what are we... Is it like the ice cream scene from the end of Hot Fuzz, where it's in Timothy Dalton's like mouth? Like
I'm gonna give it to Piper to decide because Piper's the one that threw him. I was just holding on to the hunk of wood that was pointing out.
Yeah, what angle are we? What angle are we going for there, Piper? What are we envisioning here?
I am envisioning that it's like right around where his diaphragm is, like through the diaphragm and like poking up.
Okay. Yeah. So that's not where the heart is, but then again, Luke has a hole in him.
Right, yeah. So I just wanted him to
it doesn't really matter. I will give you Fee as you are like watching the scene unfold in your mind over the very quick amount of time you have to decide what you're going to do. There are shimmers of gold that as everything is happening to Luke, like, because everyone else is like concentrating on fire and like the phallicism of staking a vampire, because it's very phallic. It's kind of hard to continue to notice it, but you're just at the right angle that glimmers of gold. Because a vampire on fire with pieces of wood through them and like werewolf claws in their head should not just be angry. Like, they should be like dust.
Yeah.
Like they physically he already shouldn't be here. He should already be not more here.
So she's gonna walk through the door and take this all in. Bethany, stop.
I stop. I don't actually walk in. I stop at the outside.
Bad energy. If you've ever felt bad energy before,
me,
Bethany,
I don't do energy, so
whatever's going on, it's bad, and I still think none of us should have been in there, or whatever's happening needs to be stopped.
Well, whatever's happening shouldn't be happening in the first place. What the fuck, Piper?
You're just yelling. Luke's head turns at like taking the werewolf claw with it, so super
Piper
disturbing.
snaps her fingers in front of his face. Hey, no, you're talking to me. Where's Aaron?
Luke looks back at you and goes, well, he should be dead. And then he turns and goes, oh, and he smiles really wide and really creepy and goes, I was wrong. You're the Slayer. Oh, good. Mother will be pleased. Come in, Slayer.
I love how you actually think you have some kind of power happening right now, and you're on a stick. You're on a fucking stick, you douchebag.
You can put as many sticks in me as you like, Slayer.
Oh
I
boy.
will live.
I am 17, you asshole. I am 17. Don't fucking talk to me like that.
I'm a vampire. I don't care. I used to terrorize the Bronze when the Master was alive. Do you think I care that you're 17?
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, Luke's pretty darn gross. I don't think people leave that curtain too much, but he was like a regular at the Bronze for like a long time.
Fiona would like to. I want to walk up to Luke and try to rip his head off.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I want to try to do.
Yeah, that's dexterity. I'm gonna say that's getting medieval because I don't think you get much more medieval than that. Are you doing this with the axe that you brought with you, or are you?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to like chop his head off with the axe because the axe is 100%.
Simon's hand is in his head. Just.
I mean,
Simon is just
that.
It's fine. I can aim.
Okay.
I mean,
I was just going to enjoy. I was going to enjoy the hilarity of that.
No, hands grow back, right?
hands grow back. That's how hands work. I'm a scientist. I know what science is.
I'm also going to use a story point so that I don't chop his hand off accidentally. You know.
Yeah.
In the process.
Fine.
So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So we're looking at strength plus getting medieval. Is that what you said? Or dex?
Dexterity.
Dex.
Most things that yes.
All right. So 7+5 is 12 already.
I would like to say the moment she pulls the axe up and goes swinging for the neck, I'm going to go ahead and withdraw my hand, even if it's covered in gross bacon sauce.
So what was that whole like too high and it's a problem thing?
Too high and it's a problem. How high did you go?
So my dex is a 7. Getting medieval is 12. Or getting medieval is a 5, which makes it a 12 already. Plus 10, which makes it 22. Plus 8, which makes it 30.
Shit. Great. So you know how Luke was in your nightmares before, and you know how no one's having a good time, and he's somehow still alive, even though he definitely should be dead again?
Yeah.
So you go to take off the head, and the neck continues to follow. And now you've got a vampire on fire on an IKEA desk splinter with a giant Cronenbergian neck, looking down at you and grinning and going, Mother loves you, Slayer.
All right, there's we need to stop whatever magic is doing this. We need to end whatever ritual this is. This whole place is set dressing.
So is Mother necessarily a female person? Checking.
Yes. And aren't we lucky? A female Slayer walked in. We didn't want the dude Slayer. I don't like the dude Slayer.
The dude Slayer is still alive, though.
Where is he?
Maybe. How should I know? Oh, he was on an altar like 2 days ago. I guess we just weren't watching him hard.
Oh, altar! We did the altar thing. You saw the altar in your thing, right? Would you
like to see the altar, Slayer?
Was it the one that was in the principal's office?
And Bethany is about to do something just as dumb as what you just did. So
hey, all I'm saying is any other fucking game, a 30 would have been a fucking crit. Any other game.
Yeah, any other game. But in this game, if you do too well, then bad things happen too.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a drama point for a plot twist to find a vital clue. And I am basically going to put both my hands on the school to try and discern, one, what's the trap, and two, how to disarm it.
You see pom-pom. Red pom-pom.
Mm-hmm. That's all I see?
That's all you see.
Free gymnasium, right?
I shout in there, there's something with red pom-poms. It will, somehow the pom-poms will stop the trap.
They're in the library. There's
pom-poms in the
red
library?
pom-poms in the library.
Why are there
Oh
pom-poms in the
no,
library?
don't go in the library.
But there was nothing.
Says
I was in
Luke.
there. There was nothing else. Even like the room, like the armory that's supposed to be there is not there. There's nothing in the library. It's like it's fake, except for the red pom-poms on the table.
Well, that's what I'm getting. That's how we disarm this. It's the red pom-poms. I don't understand what it means.
Seems a bit unorthodox, but okay. What do I know? Yeah. Library and or principal's office. But library seems like the place to go, since this one over here was...
Eight.
What are you
Simon,
doing?
were there pom-poms in the you said you were in the principal's office? Were there pom-poms in there?
No, there was an altar there, and I smelled a guy while I was in there.
Smelled a guy?
But he wasn't there anymore?
Yeah. No, it was just me after I landed on an IKEA desk and it broke underneath me.
You smelled yourself?
Hence the...
I have a question. So when I found the bat, would Simon have smelled Aaron on the bat?
Did Simon smell the bat? Because there was a lot of meat in the air, so there was okay, Fee, you're not paying enough attention to Luke, and you just feel Luke's hand.
No.
Vampires are very needy, okay? If you don't pay attention to them, it's like a cat. Like an evil cat.
God damn it.
While you think
I want to just
things,
shake the wooden stake that he's on. Just...
She's gonna...
you think
vampire, stop it.
Here's a fun cause and effect of you shaking this, by the way. I'm so glad that you decided to shake it.
Why?
Because when you shake IKEA board, it starts to disintegrate. So you are freeing Luke little by little.
But she's gonna grab his hand, the one that touches her, and turn around and face him.
He's gonna like squeeze back with his clawed vampire hand. And while you're all thinking about what you know, we're gonna go back to the gymnasium where Carlos and Jason are talking. And Jason, you said during break, you had a wonderful, interesting idea and way to...
I believe what I said is that I had a very stupid idea, but yeah, sure, we'll say wonderful.
You may translate that any way that you want to.
Yeah. Okay. So, looking at it, Carlos... okay. So you said it was Carlos, right? Right?
Yes, Carlos. Carlos Trejo, hello.
Alright.
Well, I just go by Carlos now. I don't really use... I never really liked Trejo as last name.
Yeah, I can see why. I feel like that's one of those names that would have been problematic.
Yeah. Mother said she would give me a new last name, and I'm all for that, really.
The City Hall can give you a last name. That's not hard to... never mind. Never mind.
Mother built a City Hall just for us. She said in the new world we'd all have power. And Mother will make the world perfect. That's the way it should be.
Alright. And Mother loves us all, huh?
Mother does! You're all fighting it, but Mother loves you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Just give in. Mother is power and strength and love.
Alright. And you said you'll let me in so you can give me this nickel pitch? The elevator pitch, what do you want to call it?
Yes, and Carlos extends his hand to you.
Alright. I will attempt to step in and hopefully not get teleported.
You step in, and you start to hear, instead of... you still hear the killers, but it softens, and you hear noise. It's welcoming. And if you were Bethany, it would sound like a party where you're the guest of honor. And Carlos looks at you and says, "You can hear it now, can't you? In our honor, a new world. You don't need to fight Mother."
So, what exactly are you supposed to be in this scenario?
Well, I guess in Christian terms, I'm the Holy Ghost. Physical manifestation. I go places Luke can't. Or don't.
Wait, is Luke Mother? Because that might be a deal. That might be a deal breaker. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Luke is the Son. Mother is our God.
Mm-hmm.
I love everybody else's face, by the way. Just like when I'm describing this weird relationship these three very bad people have, like that's the line for all of you. Great. Carlos is dead serious, by the way. Like his eyes haven't turned black. He is like full in his faculties. He's insane for believing it, but he's like full in faculty right now.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right, so you're the Holy Ghost.
Well,
I'm not
I
sure you're using that right.
Well, like it's comparative, that's what it is.
Is it supposed to be more like a high priest?
No, I don't want to be a priest. They don't get chicks.
I don't think you understand how most religions, when they get going, actually work at the higher end, but I don't have time to explain that to you.
Yeah, so, if you're going to say yes to Mother, you should do it before we sacrifice your Slayer friend, so we can bring Mother back. Like, that's what this was all for. Like, Mother is going to transfer into Fiona, and then it's going to be a Slayer witch who's going to raise the world. Like, so yeah, right, get on board. Get on board or get out of the way. It's not difficult. Like, seriously.
Alright, so...
You think I'm just standing in a circle of candles from teenagers I've killed in Ocean Heights?
No, I assumed you were standing in the circle of candles because it's the focus of the ritual, and you were acting as a channel or a guide or something along those lines.
Oh yeah, I'm a channel for Mother. That's how it works. But yeah, I'm using the anguish of their souls, so it's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And that's neat. And you had a really interesting chant you had going on earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't need to make the chant. Like it's just, I just like it. I just like the old school,
The Latin chantings for ambiance.
Yeah, it's for
you went with Latin chanting over the killers as the ambiance. Both of those at the same. You got to pick a theme, man.
No, the Killers were like a really hot band, and then you all forgot about them, just like you forgot about me. So
I'm not arguing that they weren't a good band. I'm arguing that you're mixing your themes. You can't do. Okay. But you got to pick a thing.
Are you going to give it up to Mother or not? Like, what's your deal? Like, what are you doing?
What I think more along the lines of what I'm going for is I'm wondering why she'd pick you.
I volunteered.
So all it took was a volunteer?
Yeah, Dawn brushed me off like nothing. She might as well set me back down to those zombie ghosts. Really, you want to hang out with the Slayer? She's going to drop you the first second you're not useful. That's what Slayers do. The first second you don't matter with them. They're going to drop you like a hot potato.
Oh,
no, I could see. I think it might be you.
You're not even there. He just hears "fuck you" like on the other side.
Metaphysically,
Fiona would just say, "Oh, fuck you" if she heard what was happening. You don't even know her very well.
Probably flip you the bird, but then you'd be teleported somewhere in the school anyway. So
yeah.
Well, speaking of being dropped when you're not as useful anymore, I'm gonna at least, I guess, try and direct this towards the internal bit as well. Hey, Mother, I volunteered too, and I really think I can do a better job than this halfwit.
Carlos kind of looks around and goes, are you trying to talk to Mother?
You said she was here and paying attention. Focus.
Oh no, it's more like Mother is in your heart. She's not physically in this room. Sorry, that was probably confusing. You have to let Mother in your heart.
Yeah, is that not the fucking weird corridor I hear in my fucking head right now?
Oh no, that's me. Yeah,
That's
Mother's
you?
letting me do that. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, Mother is all powerful. I mean,
if she's all powerful, why does she
she's
need
been
you as a
witch for
conduit
like
then?
20 years. I mean, I'm just honored to be in her presence. I'm honored that she said yes when I said yes. By the way, we loved. I don't know if you figured it out yet. Every time you touch books, you've been cursed to make the ink run out of them. Have you figured that out
I
yet?
noticed that.
Yeah. See, if you say yes to Mother and like really mean it, that's the kind of shit you can do. You won't need a Slayer ever again. No one will ever bother you again.
I mean, no one was bothering me before.
Yeah, but now you can have everything you want. I mean, Mother was gonna ask you anyways, because this was always the plan. It's been the plan since she was turned into gold. Get her revenge and make a perfect world.
So they turned into, say, gold?
Yeah. You haven't figured it out yet, have you?
No! What the
Oh, you don't know yet, do you, Jason? You're not as brilliant as you look. Maybe
Well,
Mother
if
was
someone would
wrong
stop
about you.
If someone stops erasing the books I'm trying
And
to read.
Carlos snaps his fingers, and the door to the gymnasium shuts before you can leave. Let's go back to Luke. Hi, everybody. How we doing?
It's the palm. Oh my god!
But you don't know that yet.
No, but
You
I know
weren't in the room. The monologue happened.
I wasn't. But I've already been like, do I need to
see?
run in and get the pom poms? Because I haven't figured that part out yet. But
Fucking kidding me? What the fuck, dude?
I even mentioned that.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's okay. That's okay.
So,
Great. It's awesome. I love it.
there are pom poms in the library. You know that to be true. Currently,
I'm going
Luke
to
is
peek my
trying
head
to...
in and see what's happening down the hallway. Why?
You're going by yourself?
No, you left me outside by myself, which I'm not real thrilled with. So
it was, yeah.
So I'm like, I touched
Right.
the stool to see if I could figure out, and I'm like, the pom pom, it's the pom poms, and then I'm like, I'm gonna look in to see what is going on.
All right. I could.
You see a tall vampire with a weird neck thing. It's like a weird Cronenbergian vampire at this point, like trying to like pull Fiona toward an altar, but currently Werewolf is like holding him puppet style and
out here.
No, the altar's in the principal's office, but Simon has left enough that like the layout of the will make.
Does it sort of look like my vision?
Well, it's half crumbled because someone destroyed the desk when they were flung into the room, but yeah, more or less like your vision.
Okay. And then we have Fee being pulled by a vampire. We have Piper doing what?
Being angry.
I'm very angry.
And asking about Aaron and not getting any answers.
And then
no one's letting you ask questions, Piper. Like no one is redirecting to Aaron.
Getting really angry. Can I hold him with my telekinesis?
No, that is a spell you actually have to have. Telekinesis doesn't hold, it's just for throwing.
Okay. Dang.
No, yeah, you have to have like a spell to like hold person, essentially.
Okay. I guess I shout down the hallway like nobody heard me. I'm like, it's linked to the pom poms. We have to stop it. There was something with the pom poms.
Okay. Yeah, I obviously need to break free from this asshole.
I'll run and grab the pom poms since I know exactly where they are.
Okay. I don't love you going by yourself, but here we are.
So go ahead and give me a dexterity plus Fiona. Give me a dexterity plus I wrote this down, and it's always a dexterity plus getting medieval will get you out of the grapple. You
So
need to
I'm
you need a 13, or you need at least a 13, I guess.
16.
16. Yeah, so, I mean, he's alive, but he's also still kind of on fire, because, Piper, I'm letting your anger continue to have him be on fire, really?
Yeah, that sounds about
Because
right.
there's no reason for your jet of flame to have ended. You're basically now taking the dark magic of the school and siphoning it through yourself at this point, really.
Makes sense.
Which there will be penalties for if you start noticing it, but currently you're angry about Aaron, so, letting it happen. Yeah, so, Fiona, this is Luke. But there's also pom-poms, apparently, and there's a werewolf, so maybe the werewolf has it. Yeah.
Okay, so she's ungrappled at this point.
Ungrappled. You are no longer grappled. You should probably move, because you are still within reach, and he will grapple you any chance he gets.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually go with Piper real quick to make sure that if something happens, I can kick its ass a little bit.
Sure. As you're going with Piper, you hear a door slam, which is the gymnasium door that Carlos has closed, trapping him and Jason together, which we will get back to.
What?
But you hear a door slam as you get toward the library, but you can't tell quite where it's from. It was just like a slamming door.
I hope Jason's okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I didn't see him. What's going on with him?
He saw that we were dealing with Luke, and he ran back towards, I guess, the gym area. There was a guy. There was a circle, and she kind of pauses, and there's a guy chanting, and there was skulls.
Oh, that's fun.
It is. It's very fun. No one says it aloud, but it's just
another
Carlos is
day
having a
in
good time.
Sunnydale.
Just having a good time.
Okay. Yeah. So let's get these pom poms and get back to where we need to be.
Yeah. So Piper will run into the library and grab the pom poms, and she looks at Fee and says, "If you ever tell anybody you saw me wearing a Letterman jacket carrying pom poms, I will kill you."
We just need to
Somewhere Mayhew's like, now she's wearing a Letterman jacket. How dare she? She's not the goth girl that I thought she was.
I'm
He's
never
like
taking this
weeping
jacket
into
off.
a secret picture he took of
That's
you.
the
He's
case.
like doing that thing where he's weeping and like touching a framed photo of you and being all sad.
How did he get it? I don't even want to know.
why.
I don't want to know how he got a framed photo of me, and I don't want to know what
He's
the photo
rich.
is of.
Yes.
Sure, they have cheerleading skirts in the fly closet. I can get one of those for you if you want.
Do you want me to light you on fire? I'm feeling kind of fiery today. I can light you on fire if you want.
That's actually kind of hot, but we gotta go. We gotta do some shit.
By the way, Fiona, as Piper says, I could light you on fire. You do respond with, that sounds kind of hot, but Piper's hair is starting to go black, like jet black in places it doesn't normally.
Okay, great.
Because, as I've said previously, you're continuing to do Jet of Flame using anger, which is bad when you're doing magic, so things are continuing to go. Give me a willpower occultism, Piper.
Sure.
Oh, jeez.
Bethany, give me willpower occultism as well.
Oh.
18.
Okay. I want to see what Bethany gets before I make this proclamation.
So that starts at the base of 7. 17.
Cool. Piper, you don't hear it quite yet. Bethany, Piper's been in the school for too long.
Okay, well that I guess that changes my thought of going to the principal's office to see what I could see in there, and oh boy. Actually, I text really quick to Fee and be like, Piper's gone Willow, and I go into the principal's office because that's the altar thing. I'm looking for something.
It's half broken because a werewolf landed on it.
Yes, but
Simon, do you have anything to say as like Bethany goes by you towards the principal's office / altar room?
Don't worry about the claw marks.
I will assume they were you. And I'm basically going to look and see what was on the altar, if there's something there that will give me a clue that is somehow linked to fucking pom-poms. Or
it's
mother.
not a clue. You get... Yeah. So you've only seen this in books. And you only know of this because your parents' favorite movie is The Mummy. This is like a weird, like, entombment ritual to, like, body swap someone, but it's, like, super esoteric, and, like, it's like a 20-year-old spell. It's not, like, even the most recent version of it. It's like a give me the power of someone's soul, pilot the body.
Is there
sort
any
of
way
thing.
to stop it other than getting the fuck out of here?
The only way to stop it is to kill the person that wants to do it. The person that wants to do it is Mother.
Mm.
And Mother is somehow linked to fucking pom-poms.
Yeah. So, okay, so Slayer Diary stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I assume they probably wrote down some stuff about Amy and her mama, right?
Yes.
So,
but So here's so I'm gonna have you give me intelligence
okay.
plus knowledge, and then add in your Slayer points, your Slayer level for that.
Oh, knowledge. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know how to, what do you mean the Slayer?
So you have like so you're like a level 4 Slayer, right? Or something like that. Yeah,
Sure.
so it'll just be plus 4. You'll just add that to whatever.
All right. So that would be a 17 total?
17. I mean, the only cheerleader you remember is Amy, and there was something in the journal about Amy and her mom. But as far as you're aware, her mom is still a trophy, right?
Right. So we should go, just out of curiosity, where we should go find the trophy case? Just
Piper
a
knows
thought.
where the trophy case is.
We need to go to the trophy case. I think. I don't know exactly, but I feel like it's just too many weird things. There's this thing about this cheerleader named Amy, who her mom was a witch and she like took over her body. Amy ended up being a witch too at some point. I don't know, but like at the end of that particular chapter of the Slayer's journals, she was turned into a statue, specifically a trophy, and she was put in the trophy case. But it just seems like the mother thing. Like she was a mom, she's the mother. Like she was a witch. Like there were a lot of things that make me think that we might need to find that trophy. Just thought. See maybe if its eyes are moving still, because I did see that there was like a potential for the eyes to still be moving. Like it's creepy. Like you know how, like paintings, like they kind of look like they're following you along, like kind of like that thing where the trophy looked like it was also following you along as you walked. So like maybe we should go find it. Just a thought.
Piper, that sounds like a tremendously good idea, actually. Like, your brain is like, yeah, I mean, you could exact some vengeance if all this is true. I mean, I haven't seen Aaron in 6 months. You were left all alone to deal not just with Mayhew, but like a world that didn't care. None of these people cared. 12 people are missing and their skulls are in a gymnasium with a weird dude chanting with candles on top of them. Like, it's not even a cool use of magic.
And Carrie and Hope are still gone, and they just left me here to deal with all of this so they could chase after Aaron. Yeah,
Okay.
we should do that. I think that's a really good idea. Let's go. Let's go right now. And she like
Also,
leaves with the pom poms.
Oh, are they having the conversation in the library?
I mean, we're on our way.
Yeah, we were on our way
I would
back.
say we're in the hallway.
Yeah.
But
How about no killing in the magical death zone?
I didn't say anything about killing. Let's go.
I'm just.
And she like you said I know where the trophy case is, right?
Yeah, because it was in the other side of the student lounge. So as you were like rolling down the stairs, there was like a trophy case on their side, and you were like, "That's weird." And then it just didn't seem important at the time, but now it's very
Wherever
important.
Fee and Piper are headed, Bethany is like a shot after them. And I say to Simon as I go, we have to get Piper out of this school.
Fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
The other person you might want to worry about is Jason.
I know he's the next person, but Jason.
Yes.
I don't actually.
How are you feeling, Jason? Carlos is
Everything's fine.
Everything's
fine.
Okay.
Everything's burning all around you.
If everything is fine. Carlos is still trying to talk you into it, by the way, but he's locked you in the gymnasium. Piper.
Yes.
In magic, there is a cause and a reaction for everything that happens. That is very clear in the Buffy universe. So, you know Mother doesn't love you. But to be honest, has anyone really loved you enough to stick around? Yeah, Mother wants, like, to have a vessel. That's becoming pretty clear. There's an altar space. She was, like, using Luke, who's kind of traipsing after you guys, but is just, like, borrowing her power, like, turning gold like a trophy. You, on the other hand, understand the value of power. And as you look at the cheerleading trophy in the trophy case, in this upside-down version of Sunnydale, that this witch who has been lying in wait for at least a decade and planning to remake the world literally in her image to have her a perfect town, a perfect daughter, and a perfect life. What do you want to do as you reach into this trophy case? Because you hear in your head, I don't have to love you. And I respect you, Piper Crane. Aaron's still alive. Align with me and I'll tell you where he is. I'll show you mercy. You don't need any of them. Bethany, like, the energy that pours off of this thing, like, you've never wanted to run screaming out of a place more in your life than you do at this moment. You are muted if you are trying to say anything, Bethany.
Because I do exactly the opposite of me wanting to run away, which I really, really do. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run up behind Piper, put my arms around her in a hug, and put my head down and say to her, tell her no. Tell her no. She's trying to use you. Tell her no. And I'm going to squeeze her. And then I'm going to say, we found Aaron's jacket. We know where he's been. I'm just going to hold her and just hug her. Kind of a loving hug where I have my head kind of pressed to the back of her like the back of her shoulder. I'm just going to hold her. I'm like, you have to tell her no.
Snap the trophy in half.
I want this to be decided by fate. I want both of you to roll willpower and occultism, and whoever rolls higher within the margin of error will get to decide if Mother corrupts Piper, and if Piper takes Mother's offer in her own now kind of dark way, or if Bethany, you get to eat Carlos' sin and stop the ritual happening in the gymnasium.
Okay, so what are we rolling?
You're rolling your psychometry, which if I'm pretty sure is your willpower and occultism plus stuff.
Psychometry is willpower.
I wanna say something that should hopefully sway things, maybe give some bonuses because the GM's allowed to give bonuses if they see fit in this particular game. Piper is still wearing Simon's jacket. Mm-hmm. So she has an anchor for another person who has been essentially holding back the big bad this whole time.
I mean, the little bad. He's the mini bad.
Well, he's the physical presence of the big bad. While the girls have been running around doing things to solve problems, and they've had to run by him at least once.
Uh-huh.
True.
So Piper, I want that to weigh in on this particular role because I feel like it's important. Yeah. And if I got to spend the drama point for that lucky break to make it happen, I will.
It's up to Piper how much energy she puts in deciding that's a grounding element. But that's right. If that's a grounding element for you, Piper, if that does matter to you, if that's a remnant of the way that your friendship with Aaron made you feel, add a +2 to Bethany. And if it's just a Letterman jacket, add a +2 to yourself.
Okay. I will be using a drama point because I sense the type of magic that's being used, which I do know if I roll too high, bad things will happen, but I'm
But if you don't roll high enough, bad things are gonna happen.
I know. But with the +10, I'm starting at a 22. If I get the +2, I'm starting at a 24. So I am rolling. Oh fuck. I just rolled a 10. So that puts me at 32 or 34. I'm sorry. Oh God, I didn't mean to do that.
I was going to give you the +2.
Cold Dark Willow. God damn.
Piper.
I was going to give you the +2.
Do you get the +2, or does Bethany get the +2?
I was going to give it to Bethany, but now I don't know if I want.
I mean, go with your original thought. A 34 is still,
Yeah, it is, and I am eating the skin of somebody I don't know, and we don't know what that's going to do to me. So I am trying desperately to save you.
I know.
Do it.
I'm gonna give Bethany the +2.
So that puts me at 34.
Because the jacket and things. I would also like to spend a drama point to give myself a couple of extra points to my roll because I don't necessarily want Bethany to be alone in this.
This is what it comes all down to. It's all fun and games until Buffy will have to use the power of friendship to save the world.
Power of a yellow crayon.
We don't have a Buffy. That means are we going to have to worry about...
Can we find a yellow crayon anywhere?
We have our Willow. We have the people. I think I'm the Zeppo at this point. I don't know, but I'm holding on.
Hey.
And holding. And
hey, if you want a yellow crayon, Simon's brother is 8. I will spend the drama point so a yellow crayon falls out of his jacket pocket. Just saying.
Oh, cute. I don't know if this, because I mean, outside of all this happening over here, I do want to try to break the trophy in half.
So my willpower and occult together is a 9. 13, 14. So that's a 14 with the +5 that I added to it, and I rolled a 10 as well. So that's what, 24?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Piper Crane,
Yes.
a choice before you.
Okay.
Hand over the trophy to Fiona to break, or take Mother's power into yourself. It's all led up to this 6 months. Make your choice, Piper Crane, light or dark.
Okay, so Mother is talking to me telepathically, correct?
Yeah, Mother's like, I'm not going to try to pull the scam on you. This is about power and remaking the world. You can have any world that you want.
So telepathically back to her before I make this choice, can I ask her something?
Always. You always had the opportunity to ask Mother. You could have asked Mother in the dream. You could have, like, sent a note the second you got to town. Yeah, she's here for it.
Piper asks for proof before she agrees to anything. She wants proof that Aaron is alive. She wants proof that Carrie is alive. Can Mother give her proof?
Yes. And Mother doesn't know where Aaron was, but shows you the vision of Aaron on the altar table 2 days ago, and then Luke sending Carlos away, which gave him enough time to escape. But she doesn't know where he went after that. But you know, so because someone told you that his jacket was at Buffy's house. So there's a good chance he's still alive. Mother doesn't seem concerned. Mother adds, I didn't want to be a boy. I like being a woman.
What does she say about Carrie? Anything? Carrie and Hope?
He doesn't seem to recognize Carrie's name. Like Carrie didn't come here.
Okay. I don't want to make this decision.
Flip a coin.
I know. No one ever does. But this is where it was all leading. I will remind you, when you had a choice to show mercy on someone with no power, you lit them on fire in vengeance. And that leaves a mark.
That's
But she's got somebody holding onto her and hugging her and telling her.
And she's also
Yeah, your hair is going like full white, by the way, Bethany. Like your hair is going full white right now. Like
Oh,
you're
that's
trying
great.
real hard. You don't have to, like, you can. Simon, by the way, you're seeing this. You're like, but Luke has also just kind of stopped and is just like, all right, let's see what happens. No one's ever turned down Mother before. Well, not when it mattered. Simon, if you want to punch Luke, you totally can. I'm just going to give you that for free.
It's a good possibility Simon would actually just like grab him by the shirt and throw him down the hallway.
I'll let you do that.
Good.
That sounds very satisfying.
Do I really have to wait for Piper to hand me the trophy? Can't I just try to take it and break it?
I made my choice.
I feel like this is while we're this is all happening in her brain. This is like one of those moments that she gets 10 minutes to think while the rest of us are like moving slowly.
This is like D&D combat is a 6-second thing, but it can take 2 hours to go through a round. So it's happening very quickly. Except for you actually see Simon like throw Luke scorpion style down the hallway, and in your mind you're probably like, yeah,
get over there.
Like that.
I feel like it's more like there's the slow-mo of him winding up to grab and throw. She's reaching out and like that focus in on Piper's like view of the trophy.
Conversely,
while everything
Fiona,
else around her is moving in slow motion.
Conversely, Fiona, you can hold out your hand and say something to Piper. Like you can say, you know, we can end this right now. You don't even have to make this choice. Because in a way, then that is making a choice.
Yeah.
Because you're the Slayer. The rules don't apply to you in the same way as they apply to other people.
No. So she's gonna hold her hand out to Piper and say, I don't know what she's saying to you. But we need you. Don't give in to her. You're my family now, and I need you.
As you finish that sentence, I would like to use my my power to push Bethany off of me.
Okay.
And like, I don't want to hurt her, but I want to push her off of me and back away from me.
Okay.
All right, we're getting a little late in the game, so I'm just gonna let that happen. We're not even gonna. This feels like the big moment, so that's fine.
She's gonna reach out and pick up the trophy.
Okay.
And she's gonna in her mind she's going to say I would never help you, and she's gonna throw the trophy to Fiona.
She's gonna break it.
All right. Cool. Jason,
Yep.
we'll actually take just a half second, then everyone in the audience is applauding right now, and it's super cool. Your hair doesn't completely go black, by the way, no veins across your face yet, but your complexion is very gothy. Mayhew would absolutely love it. Jason, did you ever see Hellraiser?
I mean, yes.
Cool. So, you know that scene in the attic where Pinhead is like, oh, hey, Uncle Frank, you tried to get out of our grasp, and that was, like, not super cool?
Yeah.
Like, he tried to weasel you out of your debt? So imagine that. But imagine that the earth underneath Carlos's feet open as Mother's protection dissolves, and the 12 angry spirits of the teenagers that he murdered reach up for him. And the door to the gymnasium pops open as they literally drag him to Super Hell.
Yes.
He made the wrong choice. Also, I would consider getting out of the gymnasium and maybe the whole city.
Yeah.
Because without Mother there, who created it, by the way, the whole city begins shaking.
We should go.
Yeah, let's get up. Let's get the fuck out of here. Go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm just gonna start running, and I knew where those two were before, so I'll run that direction in case they have somehow not noticed everything coming apart, and then see everybody be like, "Oh, cool, great, everyone, we should go."
Yeah, Simon, being the fastest, is gonna pick up he's gonna pick up Piper and Bethany. He's gonna be like, all right, let's run.
No, I can't leave. I have to find Aaron. I can't leave.
Aaron's stuff is at Buffy's house. He's there. He goes back there.
If he'll know to leave too. This will crumble over our heads. Come on.
Like, this is ceasing to exist very shortly.
The altar was in the principal's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's a window.
Yeah.
In the
I
principal's
don't know.
office?
There was nobody in there when I was here, and the smell was at least a day old. Come on. He's gonna slow down a little bit and stoop over and be like, all right, Jason, climb on, piggyback. I'm the strongest. I'll carry the three of you. We're getting the hell out of here.
And we'll run. But yeah, no, we need to. Yeah.
Okay. So, anything you want to do as you're running out? Because you're going to run. You're going to get back up the windy staircase because that's really the only way in and out. Anything else that you want to do?
I'm actually going to reach out. Bethany is going to reach out and offer her hand to Piper. They're both being carried, and she's just going to offer
Potato
her
sack
hand.
style.
to Piper to grasp.
She'll reach out and grab your hand, and she's still like looking behind, like trying to look, just make sure that Aaron isn't actually in here.
As we're running out, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Jason, do you have a flare?"
Sure, probably.
How about you just shoot one into the air? Alert people! What the?
Alert! Who about what?
There's a dome of rock, so like you'd be shooting a flare into the top of the dome that is already.
Who am I alerting about what?
I mean,
yeah, but if Aaron's here, he'll see it.
Yeah,
exactly.
The place is shaking apart if they can't figure out content. Whatever, fine.
Just fire the flare, damn it!
Fine, shoot the damn flare.
That's
by the way,
it's also
Bethany,
gonna crumble.
you do see like the bronze out of the corner of your eye as you guys are running. So you are going to run by the bronze, but you just won't get to go inside.
Well, it's not like I can do anything other than
yeah, just like that. Thank you.
I wanted to see that place.
I will say the flare goes off if Aaron is still in Otro Sunnydale. They will see the flare. Thing about leaving is that there is always some kind of unfinished business in the darkness. And I want to give you, Slayer, the opportunity to finish the business. Because as you climb the stairs, right behind you is the decomposing, weird, zombie, fire, angry, vengeful carcass of Luke.
I'm gonna chop his head off with my big axe.
With your big axe that you've been granted by Buffy and Summers in a line of slayers. I'm not going to make you roll because I just want you to succeed in this. So describe slicing Luke's head from his body and the feeling of watching him turn to dust.
Oh, as she is running up the stairs, she sort of takes one step back and says something to the effect of, you know that line where it says, "From dust you came and from dust you shall return"? And she just takes the axe and just chops his head off and kicks his body back as it just turns to dust in the wind.
And all we are truly is dust in the wind.
Yes.
As Otro Sunnydale is no more, and Ocean Heights has inherited its very own gas leak pit.
Yeah.
Piper, a reward for you for the choice that you made. Is there something that you missed that you didn't even know you were looking for? Because the barn attached to the silo that was burnt out that was nothing inside did have some magic in it because it was for a coven of witches for a time. And there is a single flower inside that was Carrie's favorite flower that you see as a signal that Carrie is somewhere and keeping an eye out on you.
As we come out, she's gonna let go of Bethany's hand, and she's gonna like wiggle out of Simon's arms, and she's gonna.
In the wiggling, Simon like tilts to the side, and like Jason just like kind of flops off the back a little bit.
Yeah, he's gonna put everybody down.
So it's not. Yeah, you're up top now. It's fine. Well, it's fine as a sinkhole in the middle of a weird. It's almost morning now, by the way. I just want to let you know. It felt like it didn't take very long, but like you're about ready for the 2 a.m. moons over my hammy deal at the local Denny's kind of thing.
She's gonna grab the flower and she's just gonna wait. Does Aaron come out at some point? I mean, I know that it's like disappearing. Does he get out?
I feel like Simon's gonna like walk over to where she is holding the flower, I bet that bat was a signal letting you know he wasn't here anymore.
It's not a bat anymore. It's a breaker bar again.
What does that mean? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what
Crowbar?
So something you should know about Aaron is that he did not favor a bat. Mother had been implanting false memories in Piper. And the transformation of the breaker bar, which is like a mechanic tool on a car.
I just put the picture in the Discord.
See, okay.
Yeah. That was his real weapon of choice. He preferred a blunt object stick. So it's sort of a signal that Mother really is gone. Catherine Madison, who wanted a perfect world at any cost, who laid in wait, who everybody forgot about, who used Mrs. French's eggs that were left over in Sunnydale.
Fucking knew it, damn it.
Weird children. Mm-hmm. And who created acolytes and resurrected Luke and twisted Carlos' mind. Mother has proved she doesn't love anybody but herself. Mm-hmm. And paid the ultimate price for it. And you've all learned something about magic. And also, Jason, you are no longer cursed, so now you can touch books again. Congratulations on being able to touch books.
Good job.
Curse sucks. It's stupid.
I will say that watching what Carlos did and how it spell affected him is not something that you've ever read in a book. And so you now have stuff that you can start filling out books on your own, just based on your experiences. It's a whole new chapter for you. Or whatever.
I have so much data to go over, and now I have a person and their phone number to be like, hey, want to help me with the thing? And then they're going to tell me no, because of course they are.
And for you, Simon and Bethany, both in your own way, who were kind of outsiders, looking for a new circle, maybe even looking for acceptance of a wolfier part of themselves, you may have a new lease on life after all this. Certainly, Bethany.
She definitely tells each one of you in specific, even Jason, though she didn't have much interaction, was thank you. And specifically to Piper, she says, I think I need you. Because my parents don't understand who or what I am. And you might. Eventually.
We'll figure it out together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a perfect place to end this part of the Broken Hearts Club saga, as Ocean Heights is once again safe. It was from Mother this time, an old relic of Sunnydale. Next time, who knows what it'll be? Maybe it'll be a vampire, maybe the abominable snowman. But we'll only know the next time we're together to find out.
Hey, Simon, can I have some of your blood?
That's fabulous. I want to thank all of the players. I hope you had as good a time as I had crafting the story. It meant a lot to me to be able to tell it with you and to live out some Sunnydale style fantasies. Thank you to Isabeth for not just playing but also running tech, and all the stuff that you see on like YouTube. That's all Elizabeth is doing as well. They do a lot for us in the background. It's a lot to take on, but it's a joy and a treasure. Shadow of Nox is a kind of community where you can come and do, even though we have darker stuff like these Buffy things where there's rituals where children teenagers are being like used for their skulls and stuff like that. It really is a community of caring, as odd as that sounds. So you're more than welcome to join and live out your Buffy fantasy, your Call of Cthulhu fantasy, your Power Ranger fantasy, anything dark and robotic and spacey. Come along. Have a good time with us. And who knows, maybe the next member of the Scooby Gang is you. And maybe Fiona's the very slayer you've been waiting for. Thank you, everyone, and I hope everybody has a great night.